Allura! Steins Gate. Steins Gate. It's like a... I don't actually know what it is. But I've been eyeballing it for years, and I finally got it, and I really wanted to play it. I really wanted to stream it. Hey. Isn't it? Isn't it? It is. This opening is so sick. I'm so hyped. Like, I don't know. I think I tried to watch the anime like way back, like in middle school. But I think I like ultimately gave up on it. I think I watched like half of I think I watched like 5 minutes of it and I was lost, and here I am to do the game justice. Because I don't actually know if the anime and the game were... I don't know. I don't know. How's the... Yeah, it's I would say it's relatively popular. There's a meme. There's a meme that came from Steins Gate. I wonder if I could pull it up. Blah, 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 blah. Steins Gate meme. He's like, I am a mad scientist. Hold on. This is kind of funny. Yeah, it's this one.
Hey, master.
How do I...
Hey, master. I am mad scientist.
I am a mad
It's
scientist.
So cool. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's a meme. I am mad scientist. What does he say?
Mad
It's so cool.
scientist. It's so cool.
It's so cool. Son of a bitch. Yeah, that's where that's where it's from. That's where it's from. Anyways. I'm excited. Let's go! Everything is coincidence. But even coincidence is part of fate's design. I'm not losing it. I'm perfectly sane. What I speak now is the absolute truth, not some childish fantasy. No matter how trivial something may seem, it has the potential to shape the future. Have you heard of the butterfly effect? If not, look it up. Then you'll understand how careful you must be. Unfortunately, I didn't understand. If only I had realized how dangerous my actions were, then I wouldn't have lost her. The future wouldn't have turned out like this. But how could I have known? How could I have
人
known
類すべての運命を決定
that by
づけるよう
pressing
な
that
重大な
button
ターニングポイントのスイッチが握られているなんていうことは
I would decide the fate of all mankind?
考えてもみるがいい。
Just think about it.
普段の人間の知覚は
The average human perceives just 1% of his environment.
人は自分で思っている以上
We're
に
not
無能な
nearly
生
as
き物なの
clever as we like to think. I almost fumbled that. We go about our lives oblivious to a million different things that happen around us every day. Even when something catches our eye, our brain forgets it a moment later. I want to
うかつなこ
tell...
とをするなと
Oh, I'm lost. Don't do anything careless.
軽率なことをするなと
Don't do anything rash.
見て見ぬふりをするなと
Don't pretend you didn't see that.
もっと注意を払え
Pay
と
more attention. The hand of conspiracy was always closer than you thought,
いつでもお前を陥
just
れよう
waiting for the right
と手ぐす
moment
ね引いている
to
のだと
strike. Oh my gosh, the voice acting was insane. That was so dramatic. I love
宇
that.
宙に始まりはあるか
The universe has
終わりは
a beginning, but it has no end.
無限星にも
Infinite.
また始まりはある
Stars too
自ら
have
の
a
力を
beginning,
持って滅び
but are by their own power destroyed.
英知を
Finite.
持つ者こそ
History
最
teaches
も愚かである
that those who hold wisdom are often the most
海に生きる
foolish.
魚は
The fish in
陸
the
の世
sea
界を知らぬ
know not the land.
彼らが英知を持てば
They too hold wisdom. They too will be destroyed.
人間
Oh,
が
it's going too
光の速
fast.
さを超え
It
る
is more ridiculous for a man to
魚たちが
exceed
生
a light
活
speed
を始める
than
よう
for
に
fish to live ashore.
これは
This
抗える者たちに対する
may also be called
神からの最後通
God's
告
final warning to those who rebel. That was so sick. I'm sorry. I feel like I did not do that justice. I am by no means a voice actor. But the person who voice acted that was insane. That was a great
何ブ
performance.
ツブツ言ってるの？
Hey, what are you mumbling about? There's no sound from the phone against my right ear, only silence. I'm baking in the summer sun. Sweat slowly slides down my chin and drips onto the asphalt.
オカリン、ねえってば。
Okarin, earth to Okarin. A girl is standing in front of me. She calls my name with an inquisitive tilt of her head. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be... Oh, I'm covering... Wait, where do I... Pause? Asphalt, that's what I was thinking. Where can I put myself that... Is that... Would that be better? Okay. Okay. We'll stick with that for now. Am I too big? Okay. Well, we'll just... Okay. She calls my name with an inquisitive tilt of her head. I already said that. We're about to infiltrate deep into enemy territory. Yet despite the imminent risk of death, there is no hint of tension on her innocent, childlike features. Oh, dude, the art is so good. This is an old game too, I'm pretty sure. I cover my phone's mouthpiece and turn to the girl with an index finger to my lips.
誰かと電話中？
You talking to someone? I nod and put my phone back to my ear. Still no sound from the other side. My contact is wise to maintain silence. The whole area could be bugged.
いやこちらの話だ
No, I was just talking to someone.
これより会場に
Everything's fine. I'm about to infiltrate the assembly hall. Still no reply. Looks like they just want my report. It's too dangerous to waste time talking here anyway.
ああドクター
Yeah.
中抜け駆けにした
Dr. Nakabachi got the jump on us,
聞
but
かせてもらうつもりか
I'll make sure he tells us everything.
何
Nani? The organization is already on the move. I opened my eyes. I appreciate that they highlighted the organization for people like me who are so easily lost. I opened my eyes wide to match my shocked tone. The girl turns towards me in surprise. I sigh, shaking my head as I rub my temples. I see. So, that's the choice of the Steins Gate. He said the title! He said the title! Already! He said the title! El Sai... El Sai Congru? Let's go! It says game, by the way. I'm so smart. Yeah, I took Japanese back in undergrad. I'm like kind of cool. He said the title! I speak the parting words, then pocket my cell phone. Steins Gate! He said it again! Some know it as fate. To others, it is the will of God. Hello, Marlon? Nice to meet you! Welcome! I'm playing Steins Gate for the first time. It just started though. You can count on the hand the people in this world. Oh, you can count on. Oh, you could count on one hand the people in this world aware of its true nature. I hope so. I just got this game. I've been eyeballing it for like years. So I'm really hoping I can. I really wanted to stream it, and even if I don't stream it, I really wanted to play it. Streaming is just like a bonus thing. But it always looked interesting to me. I don't know anything about it, so I'm going into this blind. In any case, we should begin the infiltration. It's been interesting so far. I like the opening, very dramatic. I advanced towards Radikan, which is just across the street from the train station. Oh my gosh, is this what the whole thing's gonna be like? Of course, this is enemy territory. I can't just stride through the front door like an average person. Right click brings up the side menu. Right click. Whoa! Whoa! And then what F1 shows the keyboard shortcuts. F1. Whoa! Wait, I'm assuming you've played this before? Do you like it? Wait, this is sick. Okay, wait. There's so much. Ooh. Text scroll. Okay, I will definitely come back to this. Backspace. Okay. Did you finish the whole game? I bypass the elevators and escalators and head to the 8th floor by the stairwell. One of my favorites and the favorite visual novel. Yeah, I mean, it already looks so good. And I love visual novels anyway, so that's why I've been eyeballing it for so long. I have several other like visual novels that I have on my wish list. I'm just dying to play, but gotta wait for those juicy discounts, you know. I think this one I got during the winter sale. I mean, it wasn't like a huge discount, but it was enough to where I was like, you know what, I can like treat myself to this. But I only make it to the 7th floor before I have to stop and rest. Who was that on the phone? The girl. Shiina Mayuri immediately resumes our conversation. She followed me all the way here, and she isn't even short of breath. I, on the other hand, am gasping for air with my hands on my knees. Hands on her knees, hands on her knees. Who would have thought an 8-story building would be so tall? I think after like the 3rd floor, I think I would actually be dead. I turn to Mayuri while wiping the sweat off my brow. She's so cute. The hat. If I told you, I'd have to kill you, huh? What did I miss? Oh wow! Thanks, Okarin. Huh? Mayuri smiles happily and doesn't pry any further. As always, she is quick to understand my position. We've known each other since we were both little. Okay. Mayuri is 16, 2 years younger than me, so she's more like a little sister than a typical childhood friend. Okay, so our protagonist is 18 years old. Cool beans. I've been looking out for her as long as I can remember. I used to hope that Mayuri might become the key to Steins Gate, but now I've reconsidered. I don't want that terrible fate for her. She should live a normal life. That is my present wish. Whoa. Whoa. We continue to the 8th floor and enter the assembly hall. Excuse me. In front of us stands a cheap-looking stage with a podium and a sign reading Dr. Nakabachi's Time Machine Press Conference.
それよりオカリンオカリン
I'm not gonna... Yeah. Mayuri insists on calling me Okarin, but it's neither my real name nor my code name. It's just one of those annoying nicknames people use. Does that mean something, Okarin? How many times do I have to tell you? Don't call me Okarin.
でも
Huh?
昔からそう
But
呼んで
I've
た
always
の
called you that.
それは昔の話だ。
That was then. I've since become what he said. The insane mad scientist hunted by secret organizations the world over. Hoin Kyoma. Hoin Kyoma.
だって難しく
But
て
that's
覚えられない
too hard to remember. In any case, Hoin Kyoma is my true name. I love that they highlight these things. It really helps my
それに岡部
my
倫太郎と一
my
文字も
dull
合ってない
brain.
の
And besides, it doesn't even sound like Okabe Rintaro. You're weird. Okabe Rintaro. Wait, is that the protagonist's real name then? Cease your foolish laughter. Okabe Rintaro may be my real name, but I have rejected it, for it is stupid. And so I also hate the derivative Okarin. Come on, it sounds like that elf boy's blue pipe thing.
でねオカリン
Oh,
教えてほしいんだけど
got it, heard. So Okarin, can I ask you something? I prefer Okarin, it's a little easier to pronounce. In one ear and out the other. She's been calling me that for 5 years now, so maybe it's time to give up. He's really obsessed with the name thing right now.
これからここで何が始まる
What are you doing here?
お前はそれも知らず
Wait,
ここまで俺について
you
きたというのか
followed me here without knowing why? Yeah, of course, duh. She nods without dropping her smile.
これからここで始まるのは
We're here for
Dr.
Dr.
Nakabachi's
Nakabachi's press conference. We're standing in the assembly hall on the why was I about to say 4th? I know numbers. On the 8th floor of Radikan. It is here that the conference will be held. Dr. Nakabachi is an inventor. He appears on TV from time to time and has a few patents under his belt. But mostly he is treated as a curiosity.
記者会見
Press conference?
記者さんなんて見当たらない気がするよ
But where are the reporters? Mayuri's right. I mean, it's empty. I've scanned the entire hall, but there's no one who looks like a reputable reporter or cameraman. There are only about 10 of us standing in the hall, including me. Considering Nakabachi's moderate media presence and the fact that he claims to have invented a time machine, I would have expected more.
あるいは機関による何らかの妨害を受けたのかもしれないな
Could this be the organization working its twisted influence? The organization! I twist my lips into a sneer. I thought that Nakabachi was like me, a scientist, fighting to overthrow the organization. But this press conference suggests other motives at work. Now, our enemies won't miss this chance.
巻き込まれるのは
I'd prefer not to get wrapped up in his mess. Nevertheless, I'm interested in what he has to say. That's why I'm here, blowing an afternoon of my precious summer holiday. Mayuri ponders my utterance. For a while before finally turning her head. You rap something?
あ、それを言うならエリマキトカゲだね。
Is it his birthday too? What? I let out a sigh. Yeah. Girl. Mayuri is known to not only make bad jokes, but to laugh at them too. She's always been special.
前より気をつけろ。
Yeah, so many GG streams. Yeah, I've just... Well, so the semester just started. So, low-key, I'm just trying to, like, get some streams out there while I can. So I think things are gonna pick up pretty quickly. I mean, it's already, like, really busy, right? You are not Jungkoren. No. We have established this. You are not Chinese. But yeah, so that's partially why. And also, like, today was like kind of a crazy day, so I wanted to wind down with some video games. You are not Jungkoren. You are Dagoren. This is true. Not. I'm like pretty sure you're not Chinese. Keep your guard up, Mayuri. I suspect this won't be a normal conference. I didn't even finish my sentence. Are we under attack? Are they trying to fry our brains with electromagnetic waves? Dust falls from the ceiling as the floor shakes. We're definitely under attack. It's coming from above, but we're on the top floor. All that's above is the roof.
地震かな。
An earthquake?
あ、マグニチュードに？
Is it magnitude 2?
マグニチュードって。
What does magnitude mean again? No time to deal with Mayuri's confusion. Something's not right about this. I bolt out of the conference hall and run up the stairs to the roof, ignoring the no trespassing signs in my way. The door is open. Upon closer inspection, I realize that the lock has been broken. Tonight, I steal the moon! I open the door and see a billowing cloud of black smoke. There's some kind of phosphorescent dust sparkling in the air. An explosion? I can't believe it. Was there really an explosion? My heart is racing. Damn, I don't know what to do. Should I run away? But why an explosion? Terrorists? No, that doesn't fit. I mean, how do you explain that? A sea organization! Whoa! What the? A strange machine is sitting in the middle of the roof. It's huge, maybe 3 meters tall. It looks kind of like a satellite. Did that thing cause the shaking just now? Who put it here? Was it Dr. Nakabachi? Is this part of his presentation? Impossible. Even if that were the case, how the hell would he get it up here? My head is bursting with questions. As I search for the courage to approach the machine, a throng of reporters and building staff bursts onto the rooftop. They look just as confused as I am.
近寄らないでください。
Please stay back, everybody! And then a woman, who I assume is a staff member, appears to wave us back.
記者会見 は予定通り始めます
The
ので
press conference
もう
will
しばらくお待ちくだ
proceed
さい
as scheduled. Is she trying to hide something? Her response was unusually quick, almost like she's trying to keep me away from that device.
俺は匂う陰謀
I've
の
got a nose for conspiracies, and this stinks of a cover-up.
爆発はなんだ
What are they hiding? What was that explosion? I want to know, but I shouldn't risk getting any closer. I turn and leave. But not because I'm scared or anything like that. The staff members lead us all back to the 8th floor. Mayuri is nowhere to be seen. She's not in the event hall either. Did she not follow you? Did you not check her? Make sure she was with. What? I find her on the 7th floor. Several capsule toy machines are lined up next to a plate reading "Birthplace of the Japanese PC." She's gazing upon them with a wistful look. I breathe a sigh of relief, then take out my phone.
俺だ
It's
どうも
me.
嫌な予感がする
I've got a bad feeling about this. Something's happening, and I have no idea what it is.
ああ分かってる無茶はしないさ
Gachapon machine!
命は惜しいからな L
Yeah, I know. Don't worry. I won't do anything to jeopardize the mission. El Sai Kongru. Where is everyone? I mean, I don't blame them for not wanting to draw like background characters. But still, it's kind of funny to imagine all this is happening and it's just him. Like he's in the press conference room and there's no one there. Like and he's just like, oh, did Allura eat everyone? Did Allura eat everyone? Why would she do that? And how would she do that? After I speak the words and hang up, I'm able to wipe the sweat from my forehead. My sweat is cold. Half of me hopes something will happen, and the other half fears the same thing. I put away my phone and look back at Mayuri. She's still staring at those capsule toys. She doesn't seem to be worried about the explosion at all. I want to be Mayuri. I strive to be Mayuri. I can't decide if she's level-headed or just airheaded.
マユリ何をしている
What are you doing? Huh?
あのね
Well,
いいなって
I really want an Oopa. Just as I thought. Mayuri points to the capsule machine. The sign on the front says Rainet Kakeru 3D Character Doll Series. Rainet Kakeru is a popular anime series with its own card game spin-off, Rainet Access Battlers. They even hold international tournaments. Oopa is the series' mascot character. It resembles an elliptical egg with limbs sticking out, like some kind of deformed dog. Is this gonna be a character that comes up later? Like, it's what they call an ugly cute character. It's not even ugly cute, it's just cute. It's just cute! High school girls find these creatures adorable for some reason. Last year, an ugly frog character was the rage. Its name escapes me though.
やればいい
Then
ウーパが当たる
go
かどう
for
か
it.
は
I
保
can't
証できない
guarantee
な
you'll get an Oopa though. Mayuri gives me a troubled smile.
でもねマユシは今
But Mayushi's all out of 100 yen coins. How much is 100 yen? Mayushi is what Mayuri calls herself sometimes. According to her, it's supposed to have a star at the end? Mayushi with a star? But who really cares?
だから
Why is he so mean?
おかりおかり100
So
円
can I
貸して
borrow 100 yen? Please? How much is 100 yen? 100 yen to USD. 60 cents. Ugh. Give her the 60 cents. She holds her hands out with a look like a begging puppy. Give her the 60 cents. Looks like she was planning this from the very beginning. Well, at least she didn't say gimme. Do you think it's that easy, Mayuri? You'll get no money from me. Instead, I'll show you just how harsh life really is. Rintaro sucks. I pull out 100 yen coin, set it in the machine slot, and spin the lever. Are we gonna ignore the press conference? Now then. I open the capsule and take out the contents. Mayuri leans forward eagerly to see what I got. It's an Oopa! And it's metal! A metal Oopa! Is it rare? Super rare! While I examine the metal Oopa, a boy who was watching us tries his luck on the same Rai net machine. Aww, normal Oopa. He looks at my metal Oopa in resentment. Give it to him! No, give it to your friend. Give it to your friend. Give it to Mayuri. I turn to see Mayuri's sparkling eyes also fixed on the Oopa. Hey, high school girl. You're acting like a little kid. He's so mean. I give this creature of metal to you, Mayuri. Okay, good. If they were gonna give me the option, I would have selected Mayuri, like, in a heartbeat. I mean, nah, yeah, I would. Honestly, I don't want it. Really? Are you sure, Okarin? The name's Hoin Kyoma. Thank you, Okarin. Her eyes are so pretty. The art is just so pretty. Is she doing it on purpose? Doing what? Thank you all for coming to Dr. Nakabachi's Time Machine press conference. They weren't even like, they didn't even attend it. We don't even know what happened. Like, there was no... All we know is that an explosion happened. The room was empty. I hear the announcement from the floor above. Sounds like they're starting. Oh! I took that as like a... it's over. Okay. Might be. Forget I said anything. I head to the stairs. But Mayuri doesn't follow. Let's go, Mayuri. Just a sec. I gotta write my name. She's preoccupied with the metal Uba. I go on ahead. I don't leave her. There's people! There's people! Without further ado, I am pleased to introduce the inventor, Dr. Nakabachi. Please welcome him with a big round of applause. Oh, that's depressing. Dr. Nakabachi enters to sparse applause. Is it sparse or sparse? Hold on, this is gonna bother me.
Sparse.
Sparse. Did I say that first or second? I don't remember. He's already wearing a frown for some reason. I can feel his irritation from here. Oh, the mouth. The mouth moves. Oh, I am Dr. Nakabachi. Thank you all for coming. Nakabachi takes the microphone and begins to speak, his voice brimming with confidence. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to begin with my theory of time travel, the greatest scientific breakthrough of the century. Did he really build a time machine? Mayuri appears after writing her name on the metal upa. She's a bit late in more ways than one. What did she think a time machine presentation would be about? I take another look around the room. There are about 20 people now, including us, but still no media presence to speak of. So this is the extent of Dr. Nakabachi's fame. No one believes that he invented a time machine. I was interested in what he had to say, true, but my expectations were no higher than the rest of the onlookers. And a good thing they weren't. As he proceeds to explain his time machine design, my curiosity quickly turns to disappointment and then anger. Dude, this voice actor is insane! My roar silences Nakabachi and draws the eye of every person in the room. Do you take us for fools? Who the hell are you? Who the hell am I? Someone who knows you for a fraud. That's who. You stole your theory from John Titor, and you call yourself an inventor? Someone throw this man out. You're the one we should throw out, Doctor. Have you no shame? You have no right to call yourself an inventor. Shut your mouth, you little pest. Just then, someone grabs my arm from behind. Quite convinced it's an official here to throw me out, I turn around to glare him down. Unhand me, you... huh? It's a girl, about my age. Her intense stare seems to challenge me. I take a step back. She's pretty. She's pretty. She's pretty. Her face looks somehow familiar. Where have I seen her before?
Oh.
We haven't met, but I know her face. It's Megise Kurisu. A few days ago, my friend Daru showed me a magazine article titled Girl Genius Gives Lecture in Akihabara. The article was about a 17-year-old girl who had just graduated from an American university. Her thesis was even published in a major scientific journal. Girl Genius Makise Kurisu. I recognized the stubborn-looking girl from her photograph. She's even wearing the exact same scowl. What business could such a genius have with me? She takes a quick look around the room, then turns back to me with a stern expression. Could you come with me for a moment? What's with the attitude? She's obviously not staff, and there's no way that the Makise Kurisu would be working with someone like Dr. Nakabachi. Which means no. You're with the organization? Huh? If their tendrils have gone this far, then I've made a grave mistake. Stop fooling around and come with me. What is this guy doing? He's so dramatic. My outburst has already attracted too much attention. Nakabachi, in particular, looks like he wants to rip my head off. It must be mortifying to be exposed as a fraud by a bright young man like myself. Anyway, I mustn't draw any more attention to myself. If the organization gets wind of my presence here, it could endanger Mayuri, to say nothing of these ignorant civilians. I let Makise Kurisu lead me out of the assembly hall. Try anything, and people are sure to notice. About this guy. What will your superiors say then? What are you talking about? This protagonist is he's kind of unbearable. She glares at me, quite fiercely at that. Attractive though she may be, there is no innocence in her eyes. A beautiful agent, unmatched in cruelty. My heart beats in exhilaration from the danger. This guy is so dramatic. Hold on, water break. Pause. Come. Looks like chaos really does get my blood pumping.
私はあなたに聞きたいことがあるだけ
I
です
just need to ask you something.
それに答える義理は
What
ない。
makes you think I'll answer?
機関のやり方は分かってる。
I know how the organization operates. You sneaky, sneaky bitch. What's with this organization stuff? That's what I want to know. Instead of answering, I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺だ。機関の
It's me.
エージェントに捕まった。
I've been caught by an organization
マジで
agent.
クリスだ。
Yes, it's Makise Kurisu. She's a dangerous one. No, it's fine. I'll find a way to... Kurisu suddenly snatches the phone from my hand. What skill? I didn't have time to react.
何をする？
What are you doing?
あれ
Huh?
この携帯
Your
電源切れてる
phone's off. Oh, I've been caught.
誰と話していたんですか
Who are you talking to? Her eyes pierce deep into my soul. I quickly look away. She's good. Is she trying to attack my sense of identity in order to cause a mental break? Recover. This isn't enough to sway me.
貴様に答える義理はないが一応教えてや
Your
ろう。
techniques don't work on me.
俺以外が触ると自
But
動
I'll
的に
tell
電
you
源がオフ
anyway.
になる。
That's no ordinary phone. It's designed to deactivate the moment it leaves my hand. Such measures are necessary to maintain secrecy. I know things that could get me killed. I quickly retrieve my phone and wipe the cold sweat off my forehead. That was close.
そう独り言だったのね
So, you talk to yourself. This is bad. Ordinary methods don't work on Makise Kurisu, the genius girl. On the contrary, she's the one psyching me out. Damn. Looks like I'll have to make a tactical retreat. If I can just find an opening. Suddenly, Kurisu steps up to me with a serious expression. She stares right at me, her huge eyes blazing with strength of will. Such fire, I can't look away. Could someone with such pure eyes really be an organization agent?
さっき私に何を言おうとしたんですか
What were you trying to tell me earlier? Earlier?
さっきとはいつのことだ？
What are you talking about?
ほんの15分くらい前
About 15 minutes
会見が始まる前に。
ago, before the conference started. Nonsense. This is the first time we've met. I was with Mayuri and that Upa toy 15 minutes ago.
私に何か言おうとしました
You
よ
were
ね
trying to tell me something, right?
悲しそうな顔をして
You looked really upset. Is this a trap? It does seem like one of those organization's dirty tricks. One of the organization's dirty tricks. But would this girl do something that underhanded?
まるで
You
今に泣
looked
き出しそうで
like
それ
you
に
were
すご
going
く
to start crying any second.
どうして
Why?
前にあなたと会ったことある
Have we met before? She seems sincere. That makes her even more suspicious. That's right. Don't let her beauty fool you. She's a cold, calculating secret agent. This guy. If I show the slightest vulnerability, I'm done for.
なんで
And
私の名前知ってるんです？
how do you know my name?
俺は全てお見通しなの。
My knowledge has no limits. I'm a mad scientist, after all.
天才少女。
Genius girl. Our next meeting shall be as enemies. Huh?
さらばだ。うわ
Farewell! We spin around and take off down the stairs, ignoring her call to stop, like I'd listen to the enemy. This guy is so like,
期間目。
damn the
あ
organization.
れほどのエージェントを送り込んでく
They
れた。
must be serious if they're
ついに
sending
本
in
気になったようだな。
agents like her. I run all the way down to the 4th floor and check behind me. Once I'm convinced Makise Kurisu's not telling me, I sigh while rubbing my temples.
だが、俺はまだ奴らに捕まるわけにはいかんのだ。
I can't let them capture me. Not yet. Well then, what do I do now? My mission was to attend the conference and evaluate Dr. Nakabachi's research. Now that I know he's a fraud, there's no real point in going back. I guess I'll just go home. What about my Yuri? But wait, aren't I forgetting something important? Let's see now, what is it?
ちー。マ
Damn,
リを置いてき
I
た。
left my Yuri behind. I knew she'd be a liability. This guy sucks. I shouldn't have brought her along. I was trying to prioritize her safety, but got careless. I'll try calling her first, and if she's alright, then I can just have her meet me here. With that thought in mind, I take out my phone. I turn it on. And it rings just as I do.
メールか
An email. It's not just a regular email. There's a video attached. And it's from an unknown address. I open the video file with some trepidation. Huh? There's nothing but noise. Is this a prank? Or some sort of Makise Kurisu style attack? Maybe the noise is some sort of make people go crazy frequency. No, wait. I don't remember giving her my mail address, so I'm probably just thinking too hard. I curse myself for being gullible enough to play the video. I have more pressing matters to deal with anyway. I stop the video and call Mayuri's phone from my address book.
マユリ。
Damn it,
なぜ出ない
Mayuri. Why won't you pick up? Looks like I'll have to go back to the assembly hall. But things will get messy if I bump heads with Makise Kurisu again.
まさか。
Wait, don't tell me!
クリスメ。
Did
マユ
that
リを
femme
触ったな。
fatale kidnap Mayuri?
おのれ。
Damn you.
これが
Is that how the organization operates? Leaving without Mayuri isn't an option. Call me overprotective, but she's like a little sister to me, and there's a very real danger that she might wander off somewhere the moment I let her out of my sight. But you did! You just left her, yeah, and you keep leaving her. Mayuri has always been like that. I never know if she'll be there when I turn to look. In a sense, that's why I became Hoenn Kyoma.
戻るしかないか。
Oh gosh. I have to go back for her. The thought of climbing back up to the 8th floor is depressing, but I have no choice. When I get back to the assembly hall, Dr. Nakabachi's conference has just finished. Nobody is on stage, and the phony inventor has already left. The 20 or so members of the audience are starting to pack up. I soon find Mayuri. She's in the corner, looking lost. Well, at least she wasn't kidnapped. Even better, I don't see Makise Kurisu anywhere.
あの女
Looks
俺に
like
おじ
I
けづいたか
scared her off.
よかろう今日のと
So
ころは
be
見
it.
逃してやるとしよう
I'll let her go this time. Still, I keep my eyes peeled as I run up to Mayuri.
まゆりなぜ電話に出ないそろそ
Why
ろ
didn't you
帰る
pick up? We're leaving.
あ、おかり
Okari.
メタルーパがいなくなっちゃ
My metal Oopa ran away. She turns to me with a forlorn expression.
いなくなった
Ran away?
勝手に動
What?
き出したの
It's
か
alive?
それは
That's
実
a
にファンタジー
little hard to believe.
落としたみたい
I think I dropped it. I see. So she was looking for it. Not like it really matters.
見つからないなら諦める
Forget about it.
また当てれ
You
ばい
can
い
always get another one.
当たりっこないよ
No way. Metal Oopas sell upwards of
1万円近くプレミアムつい
10,000 yen
てるの
online, you know? It's 10,000 yen. 10,000 yen to USD. $60 for a little toy. That's crazy.
No.
Wait, what? That toy was worth that much?
まゆりよ一体
Thank
どこで落としたの
Mayuri. Where did you drop it?
わかんないから
I
探して
don't know. That's what I'm
あと見つけ
looking.
ても売らないからね
Even if we find it, you can't sell it, okay?
この1万円この俺の
That's
研究資金にし
10,000
てやる
yen. And it will fund my research.
だから売らない
You
って
said you
ば
can't sell
マユ
it.
シーの名前書い
It
ちゃっ
even
た
has
し
Mayoshi's name on it. Thus begins our search for the Meadow Oopa.
トゥッテルーウーパさんウーパさん出て
Come
お
out,
い
come
で
out, wherever you are. Mayuri tries calling its name. I don't know if she truly expects a response. By the way, tuturu is Mayuri's catchphrase. It means... Actually, I've never bothered to ask what it means. Anyway, the Meadow Oopa is nowhere to be found. Maybe she didn't drop it in the assembly hall, but on the 7th floor, landing near the capsule toy machines. Another possibility is that someone with an eye for rare items pilfered it. The kid from earlier. Oh. Just imagining the smug grin on that person's face makes me writhe in envy.
己金にしか
What
興味の
kind
ない
of man
下劣なや
steals a helpless girl's
上司。
toy? Is there nothing in his heart but the lust for money?
おかりんもね
Sounds like you, Karin. Whoa, wasn't expecting that from Mayuri. What? What was that?
悲鳴かな
Was that a scream? I think so. Only the presenter and a few other people are left in the assembly hall. Including Mayuri and me, less than half the audience remains. Everyone looks at each other anxiously, startled by the scream. Even I cannot suppress a shiver. First explosion on the roof, now this. What's going on here? Mayuri squeezes my hand tight.
まゆりここにいろ
Stay here, Mayuri. I take a deep breath, prepare myself, and head in the direction of the scream. Why does he have to investigate? The echoes lead me down a dark, empty hallway on the same floor. I'm pretty sure it came from around that corner. I crouch down and turn the corner slowly, keeping my eyes and ears peeled for any sign of danger. And there, at the end of the passage, I see it. There's something on the ground. No, someone. Motionless. Who is it? The clothes are familiar. Can't be. What? Makise Kurisu. Her face is turned away, but I know it's her. The impertinent genius girl I just fought with 10 minutes ago is now face down in a pool of bright red blood. She's dead. No. But why? Suddenly I realize that I'm shaking. I want to run away. I shouldn't have come. This is wrong. Someone killed Makise Kurisu. There's no other explanation. Who would do such a thing? There's no one else here. I twist around in shock. Some other men have followed me, and every one of them is ghastly pale. They must have seen the body. Call the police! A man cries out in panic. As everyone else starts screaming and running away. I follow them, of course. There's absolutely no reason to stay here. Concern for Makise Kurisu is superseded by my instinctive urge to flee. When I get back to the assembly hall, Mayuri is waiting for me with tears in her eyes. What happened, Okarin? We're leaving. I grab Mayuri's hand and run. I race down the stairs, trying to drive the image of Kurisu's dead body from my mind. But I can't. The redness of her blood is burned into my mind more than the sight of the body itself. That was my first time seeing a dead body. Is this what it's like? When I realized she was dead, I felt chilling terror and a surge of nausea. But that was all I felt, fear and disgust. Shouldn't there be something more? I guess I just didn't know her that well. I finally stop once we get out onto the main street. Chuodori. My chest pounds, my breathing labored from running down the stairs at full speed. Hey, what happened? You look really pale. Mayuri doesn't seem to comprehend the situation. I guess it's because she didn't see the body. Probably. She's not even breathing hard. She looks slow, but she's actually pretty fast on her feet. Someone died. Huh? I take several deep breaths. The color of that blood still stains my brain, but I've calmed down a bit. Makise Kurisu is dead. And I don't know who the killer is. Sirens in the distance. I guess an ambulance will be here soon. Then the police will arrive and the area will become a crime scene. But for now, the crowds milling through Akihabara have no idea what has happened. Everyone is going about their business as usual, the never-ending search for electronics, moe, and porn. Just another day in Akihabara. I take my phone out of my pocket, perhaps out of reflex. I'm not sure what I plan to do with it. Oh, I know. My friend Daru. I'll tell him what happened just now since he knows about Makise Kurisu. I suppose it might be disrespectful to the victim, but my adrenaline is pumping and I can't make calm decisions after witnessing something like that firsthand. That's how humans are, after all. We're not as special as we like to believe. And at the end of the day, we're nothing but dirty, slime-like flesh. Our souls fester like semen left to rot in the womb. That's how we humans are. While wallowing in a bit of angst, I began to type on my phone. Someone stabbed Makise Kurisu. Don't know who. Looked bad. Hope she's okay. I don't know if she was stabbed. That just seems like the most logical explanation, given the amount of blood and the absence of a gunshot. On the other hand, I didn't write that she was dead, even though I'm pretty sure she was. I can't exactly explain why I didn't. If I had to say, I guess I felt like writing it down would set it in stone. It might make me feel guilty as well. The thought brings a smirk to my face. It's not like I'm the one who killed her. Why should I feel guilty? I just saw someone's death up close, and only a few minutes later I'm smiling. Am I really that cruel and cold? Well, I'm a fiendish mad scientist, so it suits me. I finished typing and placed my thumb over the send button. And then I pressed down. Sending. What? What? What was that? Wait, look around.
消えた。
They're gone. Summer break. Noon. The busiest street in town. Just now, thousands of pedestrians vanished into thin air. Is this a dream? Am I hallucinating? I don't know. But they're gone. I saw them vanish with my own 2 eyes. I stand petrified, speechless, and alone on the empty street. Desperate to find someone, anyone, I look up. There at the top of Rudicon, sticking out from the 8th floor event hall where we just were, is a crashed satellite. This is so interesting. Oh my gosh, it's so interesting. I got so immersed in the story. Oh my gosh. What a banger of an opening. Wow. Holy shit. That was insane.
おい、そこの貴様。俺たちが見えているか。
Pause. That was crazy. I'm speechless. I'm just gonna keep going. Hey, you. Can you see us?
なぜ何も答えない。
Why won't you answer?
貴様に聞
I'm
いている
asking
ん
you
だ
a
ぞ。
question.
モニターのそっち側
Yes,
にいる
you on the
貴様
other
にだ。
side of the monitor.
間抜け面をしようって
Your silence only strengthens my hypothesis.
貴様からだと俺たちはテレ
I
ビのモニター
suppose
の中
that,
にいるように
from
見
your
えるだろう
perspective, it
な。
appears that we are the ones inside the monitor.
だがそれは大きな間違いだ。
But that's where you're wrong,
モニターの中にいるのは貴様なのだ。
for it is you who
貴
are
様が現
inside.
実だと思っているそ
Your
の世
reality
界
is nothing
実はすべて
but
虚空。
lies and shadows.
もちろん
Naturally,
貴様
that
自身
includes
も
you, too.
真の現実
True
それはこ
reality
ちら側にある。
is on this side of the screen. Excuse me.
自分が何を指摘されている
Don't
のかす
believe
ら
me?
分かっていないか。
I don't blame you.
無理も
Few
な
are
い。
those who can handle the truth.
まあいい。
Sorry, excuse
貴
me.
様には
Pardon
分か
me.
りやすく。
But no matter,
俺たちの
I
こ
shall
とにつ
speak in
いて
simpler
説明して
terms,
やろうではない
easy
か。
enough for even you to understand.
まず俺たちがいる
This
のはど
is
こ
the
かという
Future
ことだ。
Gadgets Laboratory,
ここは東京
located
秋葉原
in
に
the
ある
Akihabara
未
district
来
of
ガジェット
Tokyo.
研究所だ。
We call it simply
ラボ
the
と
lab. Our purpose is to shatter the system and plunge the
我が
world
野望の拠
into
点だ。
chaos.
そうなんだ。
Really?
悪いことしちゃダメ
You
なんだよ。
shouldn't do bad
Okarin?
things, Okarin.
まあ入りは少し黙っていろ。
Quiet. I'm a mad scientist, remember?
駅から出たら中央通り
From the
を進
station, head down
末
to
広町駅の交差点を
Chuodori
蔵前橋
until you
通りへ
reach
左折。
Suehiro.
次の信号の一歩手前の路地を入ると
Then take a
大
left
檜山ビ
and
ルという古
onto
臭い雑居ビルがある。
Kuramaibashi Dori.
その
In the
二階
alley
に
before the
Waga
traffic light,
Lab
you'll
は今日
find the
となっている。
rundown Ohiyama building. The lab is on the second floor.
目印はビ
On
ル
the
一
first
階にあ
floor
る
is a store of
Brown
ill
Concord.
repute
と
called
いう
the
マニアックなテナン
Brawn
トだな。
Tube Workshop. Can't miss it.
今時
It
旧
deals
式のブラウン管
exclusively
テレ
in
ビ
CRT
ダーキューブを
monitors
使っ
of
ているショップ
all
だ。
things. Can you
い
imagine?
かに電気街である
Even in
秋
the
葉原と
heart
いう
of
のも
Akihabara's
需要が
electric
あるとは
town, the
思えない。
demand for CRTs is
寂れた
practically
店なのだ。
non-existent.
だがブラウン管工
But
房
the
店長である天王寺とい
proprietor
うお
of
っ
the
さん
Brawn
は
Tube
こ
Workshop,
のビルのオーナーでもある。
Tsunoji, is also the owner of the building.
ゆえに今野球ピッチで
That's
都市開発
how
を
he
進
can
み
afford to maintain his
しかも高騰しているこの秋葉原
ridiculously
であろう
niche
と
hobby.
道楽
hobby
丸
shop.
出しの店を構えていられ
Even
る
as
という
land
わけ
value
だ。
continues to rise.
幸いにもあの店長は
He may
人を見
seem
る目はあ
rough
るようだな。
sort, but
この俺のカリスマ
there's
性を見
no
抜
match for my
きビル
charisma.
2階を丸々ワンフロアただ同然で貸してくれた
Now
の
the
だ。
entire second floor is mine. Next to nothing.
だが未来
I
ガジェット研究所は
digress. The
深
Future
刻な
Gadget
人材不
Laboratory
足
is
のため
currently experiencing a
優秀な研
severe
究員を
shortage of
随時募
manpower.
集中だ。
We welcome dedicated
今のところ
scientists from all
所属
fields
研
to
究
apply.
員は
At present, our researchers are
オカリンオカリン。そこはラボメって
Okarin,
言わなきゃ。
Okarin. You've got to say lab mems, not researchers.
ラボメンすなわちラボラトリーメンバーは
Lab mems,
俺を含めて3
laboratory
人である。
members, are 3.
ラボメンナンバー001
I am the founder of the
ラボ創
Future
設者にして
Gadget Lab.
狂気のマッド
Lab
サイエンティ
Mem
ストであ
number
るこの俺
001, the insane,
今日
mad scientist, Hoin Kyoma.
オカリンって呼び方の方が可愛い
Okarin's
のに。
Okarin is cuter though.
そしてコスプレが趣味の
Next,
こう
we
言って
have our resident
Lab
cosplayer
Mem
and
number
only
002,
female member,
Sheena
Lab Mem number 002, Sheena Mayuri.
てってれ
て
ー。マユシーで。着るんじゃなくて作
Call
る
me
のが趣味
Mayushi.
だよ。
I like making costumes more than wearing them.
最後に
And
スー
to
パー
last, we
Lab
have
Mem
our
number
resident
003,
super hacker,
橋田至だ。
Lab Mem number 003, Hashida Itaru.
スーパーハッカーって呼ぶなよ。
Stop
ス
calling me
ーパー
that.
ハッカーだろ、ジョ
It's
ーコ。
super hacker. Duh.
そんな我々3人で構成さ
Here
れる
at the Future
未来
Gadget
ガジェット
Lab
研究所の活動
laboratory,
内容はそのも
we
のズバ
devote
リ
ourselves to the
発
arts
明である。
of invention.
詳細は 我がラボのホームペ
For
ージに
details, see our lab's homepage.
もちろん闇の支配
Our
権力
top
と戦うための
priority,
未来
of
ガジェットが
course,
最
is
優
to
先
develop
事項だが
weapons for the
その
war
研
with
究
a
から
dark
発生する副
dominion.
産物的な発明
But
も
that
多い
research has spawned a number of
というか
offshoot inventions. In
今
fact,
のところはそっち
that's
ばかりだ
all it's spawned.
すでに我々は8つの未来ガジェットを完成させ
Our
た
arsenal of future gadgets
Daga,
is up to 8.
これはまだ
But
序章でしかない
this is just the
未
beginning.
来ガジェットのアイデアは
I have a
俺
total
の
of
中に108
108
まであるのだ
inventions to create.
某テニス漫画みたいにですね。
Like in
わか
that
ります。
tennis manga, right? I get it.
人の煩悩の数といえ
No,
この赤チャ
it's
ンネルの
the number of earthly desires in mortals. You at channel junkie.
それと俺が話しているのだから口出しを
And
するなと
I
言っ
thought
て
I
いる
told you
だ
not to interrupt me when I'm talking.
そもそもオカリン、さっきからなんで一人ごと
Yeah,
喋ってんの？
wouldn't want to interrupt you talking to yourself.
独り言ではない
I am not
見て
talking
わ
to
からないの
myself.
か
Can't you
俺は
see?
今モニターの向こうにい
I'm
るこ
talking
いつ
to
に
the
話し
person
かけているのだ
behind the monitor.
あ、今その人にやりって笑った。
He just grinned.
おのれ貴様何を笑っているのか
What are you grinning about? Damn you! You don't even exist outside that monitor?
こっちみんなって言ってやれば？
Just say don't look at me.
通じないんじゃないか
I
な。
don't think that's gonna work.
俺たちに話しかけられていることにすら気づいていないらしいな
It appears our attempts to communicate
自
have
覚がないと
failed.
いう
It's
のは
sad to see someone so
実に不幸な
deeply
ことだ。
in denial of reality.
その人にしてみたら、マユシーたちがゲームみたい
Maybe
に見
they
え
think
てる
we're in
のか
the
な。
game.
そいつには現実なのかゲームなのかっていう発想さえないんじゃね？
I doubt it's even occurred to them.
じゃあ、ダル君の大好きな二次元の女の子たちもそう
But
なの？
aren't your 2D girlfriends the same way?
それは別。あの子たちが
That's
僕の嫁だから。
different. Those girls are my wives.
誰の嫁の話はどうでもいい
Nobody cares about your harem.
でもさ、マユシの言ったことって
But
興味深い
Mayushi
テーマじ
touched
ゃん。
upon a very interesting
もし
theme,
仮
you
に
know?
僕たちがゲームの中の住
What
人
if
だとしたら、
we're
それを
actually
見
just
極める
characters
術
in the
はあ
game?
ると思う？
Any way we can know for sure?
ないな
即答かよ。
Come on.
ゆえにそのような議論は不
Such
毛
questions are
世界の
meaningless.
支配構造を打ち
Our
砕く
time
方
is
法
better
につい
spent
て考
thinking
える方が
of ways to destroy the system.
中二病、オツ。
Nice shunibyu, bro. I step back from the monitor. What? What? Was that whole dialogue? Okay. Displayed on the screen is the ugly cute character Alpaca Man. This is a game called Alpaca Man 2 where you speak to Alpaca Man via microphone and watch him react. The game exploded in popularity when it was released 10 years ago, but personally, I find only the ugly part of ugly cute to be true. I bought it yesterday. 500 yen used, headset included. Whoa, that is a crazy build. I turned to Daru with a menacing stare.
黙れスーパーハカ
Shut it, Haka.
俺は中二病で
I'm no Chunibyo patient. I sweep my hair back and flash a devilish grin.
おーい
I am Hui Gyoma.
そういう設定っしょ。
That's your character's name, right?
やれやれ
Oh,
誰の人と
Daru.
のコミュニケーションの取れな
Your
さは
communication skills are beyond repair.
アニメのオフ会じゃ僕がいつも
I'll have you know, I go to a ton of offline meets, and I'm always the life of the party. This fat... Hold on. Rude. This fat, bespectacled man... This fat, bespectacled guy is my brother-in-arms and right-hand man, Hashira Itaru. Nickname? Daru. He's a hardcore otaku. You can always find him in front of the computer playing games and watching anime. He has 2D wives on whom he cheats with 3D maids. I don't agree with his preferences, but to him, anything's fine as long as it's moe. He's a reliable and skilled partner who brings my ideas to fruition. Despite his insistence that software is his forte, he shows remarkable aptitude with hardware as well. Oh, the needle bit my finger. Over here, nursing a pricked finger, we have Shiina Mayuri, a 16-year-old high school student. If you can believe it, I've known her since we were both small. She's also an otaku, nowhere near Daru's level though. This ditzy girl is in charge of the lab's official costume division for women, and today she's working on costumes at her usual leisurely pace. Why does the Future Gadget Laboratory need costumes for women? It doesn't. The truth is that Mayuri is completely useless. Still, there's no way I could ever kick her out. After all, she was the first one to join the Future Gadget Laboratory. I still remember the day Mayuri first came to the lab. It was spring. She said to me, Mayushi is Okarin's hostage. What the fuck? I belong here. What? Huh? Well, that certainly was cryptic. But her offer was my salvation. For she was the first to join me on my magnificent quest. She saved me from a solitary life on the run from the organization. I will never forget her kindness. Mayuri doesn't have to be useful. Her being here is enough. Oh, that's actually kind of sweet. So, did Alpacaman say anything?
Yeah,
Nope, nothing. The human-faced alpaca inside my monitor was completely unresponsive. So unresponsive, you'd think the game was bugged. Whatever, I give up. Never again will I play this boring game. Damn antisocial alpaca. I curse his name and smack the TV. As soon as I do, the TV makes a sound like it's shorted, and then the screen goes blank. Change the channel, nothing. Check the power cable, nothing. Whack it again, nothing. Guess it's broken. Damn. This crummy TV is on lease from the Braun 2 workshop downstairs. It's probably just old. You made Mr. Alpaca angry. Damn! I'll have to get it repaired later. I turn off the TV and lie down on the couch. I'm fed up with the humidity of Japanese summers. I stare at a conspicuous stain on the ceiling while fanning myself. Close my eyes. And what naturally comes to mind is that impossible scene I saw an hour ago. They're gone. As I left Radicon, everyone vanished before my eyes. I can't explain it. And it wasn't just the people on the street. The people in the stores, gone. And the restaurants, gone. Even the cars vanished, drivers and all. He's in the back rooms! It all happened in a blink of an eye. Suddenly, an empty city spread before me. I could still hear the music from the stores, but those catchy melodies were the only sounds of life remaining. Heat was rising from the asphalt in waves, but I felt only a cold chill down my spine. I just stood there, breathless, until... What's wrong? Mayuri's voice brought me back to reality. Mayuri hadn't disappeared. She was right there, looking at me with questioning eyes. Everyone disappeared just now, right? You saw it too, right? Just now, before our very eyes. panic took hold as the enormity of what had just happened struck me. Unable to control myself, I grabbed Mayuri by her slender shoulder and shook her. Shook her. Did you see it, Mayuri? You saw it, right? I'm not gonna replicate the noise. Mayuri's head flopped back and forth from my shaking. I didn't see anything. You didn't? I stopped shaking her and looked straight into her eyes. She returned my gaze with eyes clear as glass marbles. You saw nothing. Nothing at all? There were people here a second ago, weren't there? There were? Even the store employees are gone. That's impossible by any measure. Of course they are. Her reply didn't make any sense. It was like this when we got here. Oh, I know. You're seeing things, aren't you? I'm sure it's because of the heat. How could she laugh at a time like this? I always thought she was a bit strange, but maybe her brain is actually broken. I realized that she couldn't help me. With nowhere else to turn, I looked up at the bright blue sky. There wasn't a cloud in sight. The scorching summer sun shone bright through the gaps between Akiba's buildings. Naturally, my eyes drifted to the top floor of Radican, where I had been just a moment before. There it was, an enormous machine, like some kind of satellite, embedded in the roof of the building where, not 5 minutes before, I had found Makise Kurisu's body in a pool of blood. What happened to her? Just before everyone disappeared, I could have sworn I heard an ambulance siren. Makise Kurisu might still be in that dark, narrow passageway, cold, bloody, and alone. The thought disturbed me, but the question at the forefront of my mind was... what the hell is that satellite doing there? Right before Dr. Nakabachi's presentation, the building shook like a bomb had exploded. The roof door lock had been broken, and beyond it, someone had placed a satellite-like machine, shrouded in smoke and glowing dust. When I first saw it, the satellite was on the rooftop, but that's not what I'm seeing now. The satellite had penetrated the top floor of the building, obliterating the room where Dr. Nakabachi's press conference had been held. It must have fallen out of orbit without burning up in the atmosphere somehow. I knew it was crazy, but what other explanation could there be? The real question was, when did that happen? Mayuri, about that satellite. Yep, what a surprise, huh? What do you mean? What was the surprise? It made a huge kaplow sound. A huge kaplow. It certainly did make a sound. I don't think it was a kaplow. I'd say it was more like a... Did that satellite fall out of the sky? Did it? Do you think any aliens were on board? Had I lost my mind? What I had seen didn't match at all what Mayuri was saying. Suddenly, nothing seemed real. Had I dreamt it all? Hey, you two. Just then, a uniformed policeman ran up to us, his expression stern. What do you think you're doing here? This area is off limits. You have to leave. Oh, we're sorry.
それより制服警官さん。
First, my good man, let's call you Officer A. I have one question.
警官 A って
Officer A?
今ここで数千人の通行人が一瞬で消え
Thousands
たん
of
です。
people just vanished.
あなたも見ましたよ
You
ね。
saw it too, right? Didn't you?
見ていない。いいから早く出ていけ。
What are you talking about? Get out of here. I was quickly losing confidence in my own memories. I decided to tell him about Makise Kurisu and get him to call an ambulance, but before I could,
さっきから何をバカなことばかり言っているんだ。
I don't have time for your nonsense. The policeman took me by the upper arm and said, "No one got stabbed at Radicon." What? How could he say that with such certainty? While I was still trying to comprehend the situation, the policeman forcefully led us away. We were escorted up to the UPX and released. There were people at the UPX, like usual. Actually, there were far more people than usual. The place was packed. Just as Officer A had said, Chuodori had been blockaded by police, so nobody could enter. There was nothing we could do, so we headed back to the lab. And that brings us to the present. I'm baffled. Did the whole hour since the beginning of Nakabachi's presentation really happen? I check online for any news. The net is buzzing about the mysterious machine that crashed into Radicon. All of the major stations in Tokyo, even TOTV, are running special bulletins about it. Fortunately, it doesn't look like anyone was hurt, but Chuodori is still closed off. Akihabara Station is jammed with reporters and curious onlookers. Nobody has mentioned anything about the disappearance of thousands of people from Akiba's streets, nor about Makise Kurisu's murder. It's all a mystery. Ah, this is so interesting. A mystery.
そうか。そういうことか。
I see. So that's it. From the sofa, I spring to my feet, a wide grin on my face. Daru and Mayuri turn and stare.
これもすべて機関の
This is all an elaborate cover-up by the organization.
圧力をかけられると
Their
いうことは
influence has corrupted local law enforcement,
もはや
which
奴らの手の
means
内
our
にあるという
entire
こと
government may already be under their
だと
control.
いうこと
My God!
俺の目はごまかせん
But
ぞ。
they underestimated me, for I am not so easily played. One day I will expose their deeds and put an end to their reign. Having come to a satisfactory conclusion, I take a celebratory bottle of Dr. P, my favorite soda, from the fridge. Dr. Pepper? The lab has no air conditioning. Ice cold drinks are essential.
頭脳労働の後のドクターペッパーは
Elixir
最高にうまいな。
intellectualis, a drink fit for a genius.
コーラの方がよくね？
Cola's better.
オカリンは本当にドクターペッパーさんが大好きだ
Okarin
よ
really loves his Dr. P.
この知的飲料の良さがわからない奴は
I
人生の5
pity
分
the
の1
man
を
who
損して
knows
いるぞ。
not the greatness of this beverage. Step through the curtain dividing its center, and you'll enter the heart of the Future Gadget Laboratory, the development room. Just as the name implies, this is the room where we develop future gadgets. Needless to say, it is strictly off limits to outsiders. Yes, I know the setup is cheap. I would much rather have an airlock than a curtain, but our research budget is already scraping the bottom of the barrel. Besides, what's important isn't money, it's ambition. I poked Daru and bid him to follow me into the development room. All of the windows here are weather stripped with packing tape, so it's dim. And hot, almost like a sauna. I've been wanting to buy an air conditioner for the lab, but there's no money for that. We're currently accepting donations. Upon entering the development room, I pick up the lab coat that's lazily draped on the chair and put it on. I always wear a lab coat in the development room, for practical reasons, as well as symbolic ones. Daru, however, refuses to wear his. Excuse me? Putting it on and taking it off is apparently too much trouble for him. He can't be bothered to do anything that doesn't interest him. It's men like him who give our generation a bad name. His lab coat, purchased from my own pocket money, I might add, just sits on the shelf. It's never been worn and probably will never be.
ダル
Daru,
計画は順調に推移
is
し
the
ている
plan progressing smoothly?
計画ってなんだ
What plan? Daru gives me a blank look. I sigh and turn his attention to the table in the middle of the room. Sitting majestically on top of the table is a commercial-grade microwave oven. It's significantly larger than newer home models.
計画は計画だ
The plan, as in the plan. Obviously, I'm talking about perfecting gadget No. 8.
ああ、そのこと。
Oh, that.
いきなり計画とか言うか
How
ら
was I supposed to know what you meant?
そろそろお前との付き合いに3
We've
年
known each other for what, 3 years now? We went to high school together, and now we're going to the same university. We share an inseparable bond, like prison cellmates. He's only been a lab member for 2 months, though.
高2の時はクラス別でほとんど喋んなかった
We
よ
were in different classes
だから
junior
実
year,
質
and
2
actually,
年半じゃね
we didn't talk at all, so 2 years?
細かいことはどうでもいい
Details. The point is, we've known each other a long time. I expect you to keep up with me here.
それは無理
N-O-P-E, no. Awkward silence. Man, all I wanted to do was have one of those cool cryptic conversations where we talk about plans and preparations and other important sounding stuff. No one knows what it means except us. Shot down again.
それで
So,
8号機の不調の原因
are we getting closer to figuring out what's wrong with gadget number 8?
いやまだ
Not yet. So far, the Future Gadget Laboratory has completed a total of 8 inventions. As I explained to Alpaca-Man, the lab's primary goal is to develop weapons for the war against the Dark Dominion, led by the organization that rules the world from the shadows. At present, we haven't completed any inventions of that sort. On the contrary, we haven't even figured out what we should make. But along the way, we have managed to create some ingenious future-ish gadgets as a byproduct of our research. It is a fundamental truth of science that great inventions are often created by accident. In other words, serendipity. Allow me to introduce our glorious future gadgets. Gadget number 1, the Bits Particle Gun. Gadget number 2, the Bamboo Helicam. Gadget number 3, could this be Ura Ura? Gadget number 4, Mode Snake. Gadget number 5, once again I've made a worthless object by Goemon. Gadget number 6, the Siloom Saber. Gadget number 7, Ghost in the Ball. They can all be seen on the website Daru made, so feast your eyes upon the product of a mad scientist genius. Anyway, our current problem is feature gadget number 8, the phone wave, named subject to change. I wanted to see the tips. What is that? F4? Okay. Whoa. Okay, let's go through this. What is UPX? Fictional, a major office building in Akiba. Microwave oven. A cooking appliance, which here, let's start with this. Feature gadget number 1. The very first feature gadget, a toy ray gun with a TV remote jammed inside. You can change channels by pointing it at the TV and pulling the trigger. However, the only supported button is channel plus. No other buttons like volume are usable. To turn the TV on, you must manually flip the switch on the TV. Its name is a reference to the classic Japanese robot anime Mobile Jacket Gundam. So it's just a remote? Bamboo Helicam. A CCD camera mounted to a bamboo toy helicopter. The camera is attached to the helicopter's fulcrum, allowing it to record aerial footage unpowered. However, the image is rotating at high speed, so you might get dizzy if you keep looking at it. Name originates from a sci-fi manga 22M on. Could this be Ora Ora? A lie detector based on thumb perspiration. Though it might be more appropriate to call it a sweat detector. You have to admit it's a pretty clever invention. Its name is a reference to the classic manga Juju's Bizarre Adventure. Mode Snake, an instant super humidifier, uses electric heating coils to quickly boil a large volume of water. This generates enough steam to fill a room of 12 square meters, though it can only be operated continuously for a few seconds. It looks like a Claymore landmine, which appeals to military otaku. Its name is a reference to the stealth action anime Metal Moa Solid Rising. Once again, created by combining a dryer and a vacuum. The dryer is operated using the exhaust of the vacuum. Its name is reference to the popular anime Lupin the Third. Xylem Saber. A red chemical glow stick with a handle attached, allowing one to grip it like a sword. Made possible not just with Future Gadget laboratory hardware, but also with chemical knowledge. Inspired by Spark Wars. A series of epic sci-fi movies. Ghost in the Fall. A gadget created by arranging 12 6-inch CRT monitors in a sphere. Small CMOS cameras are installed in the gaps between the monitors, each connected to the monitor on the other side of the sphere. This attempt at practical optical camouflage is the greatest masterpiece among the completed feature gadgets, but its sheer size makes it difficult to store. Its name is derived from the sci-fi manga Ghost in the Husk. The Husk, which has an anime adaptation. This is so good. What else have we missed? What is Moa? Where is... yeah, I got that at Channel. Japan's most popular message board. Don't look at me. On the internet, it is unwritten rule to say this whenever you see an image of someone or... camera. Chunibyo. Literally 8th grade syndrome, a term referring to a mindset exhibited primarily by teenage males. Also used as a derogatory term to refer to older people who still exist in this mindset. Characterized by an affected attitude of nihilism or cynicism, extreme self-centeredness, delusions of power superiority, and a consuming fear of being treated as a child. The person exhibiting these symptoms believe that they are cool, but most observers find them pathetic. Chunibyo, which is often abbreviated Chuni exams, I don't know, also refers to the fictional tropes that teenage males often enjoy, such as ancient conspiracies, superpowers, special powers sealed in Norse mythology, battles. I think we're good. Okay, anyways. Phone Wave is a pretty weak name, so I've added name subject to change to the end until we come up with something better. For the record, it was my Yuri's idea, not mine. When a future gadget is completed, the three of us discuss what to name it. I prefer names based on mythology, or names with hidden meanings that need extra explanation to understand. Dara thinks my naming style is too ridiculous. He just doesn't have a passion for words like I do. But Yuri can't be bothered to remember difficult names. She says they don't fit in her head. And so, our opinions on gadget names are always split. but I digress. The phone wave, name subject to change, is, in short, a remote-controlled microwave. You put the food into the microwave before you leave, and on your way back, call the attached cell phone to start the heating process. Voila! Hot food ready for your arrival. So it's basically a piece of junk. At least he acknowledges it. A few days ago, however, we discovered that the phone wave, name subject to change, has a second unintended capability. Our brave, or possibly just ditzy, Mayuri had made it her daily routine to heat up some frozen fried chicken by remote control. Long story short, she was defrosting her beloved juicy chicken number 1, as usual, when the unexpected happened. The chicken came out more frozen than when she'd put it in. The microwave refroze the chicken. And since then, Daru and I have been searching for the cause. We tried copying what Mayushi did, but we just can't reproduce the freezing phenomenon. And when we tried to freeze a banana, it turned out really weird. I just don't get it. Daru, now looking completely fed up with the heat, starts fanning himself with his shirt. I know what he means by really weird. Let's see if we can't make it happen again. Bring forth the bananas! Are you gonna turn them into gel bananas again? That's been bugging me. Mayushi, can you stop calling them gel bananas? But gel bananas are gel bananas. Gel bananas. I take the bananas from Mayuri and stick the whole bunch into the phone wave, name subject to change. Why do you have to use the whole bunch? It's a waste of food. Your stinginess could cost us the battle with the organization. It's fine with me. Mayushi always buys the banana. And now Mayushi can't eat a single one. Next time, we'll only do one banana. But I already put the whole bunch in, so I ignore her hungry complaints. The phone wave, name subject to change, is simple to use. It's a microwave with a phone taped on. The phone number is already in my address book. I just need to call the phone wave. Now, where did I put my phone? I check my pants and coat pockets. No, where did I put my phone? I check my pants and my coat pockets. No, where did I put my phone? I check my pants and my coat pockets. Oh! I thought that was part of the game. No, it's not. What is it again? Phone triggers, or C. Phone wave. Call. Ah, that's so sick. I'm connected. Hello. This is the phone wave, name subject to change. This is the voice of Mayushi Guidance, the system Daru programmed to operate the phone wave. Do you hear Mayushi's voice? Be quiet. I'm trying to listen. You can operate the timer from this menu. After pushing the number button, or the hashtag button, please enter the heating time in seconds. For example, press hashtag 60 for 1 minute. For 2 minutes, press hashtag 120. Entering the command properly will cause the phone wave name subject to change to function like a normal microwave. Instead, we're going to deliberately mess up and enter 120 hashtag. What if I do something else? I don't know. Whatever. This should do it. This method was originally a simple mistake on Mayuri's part, but it somehow starts the freezing process. The phone wave name subject to change comes to life. The turntable begins to rotate.
綺麗なターンテーブルだろう。
Nice
普段と違って
turntable, right?
逆回転してるんだ
It's
ぜ
even
それ。
spinning backwards.
何逆回転
Backwards! I never noticed that.
そこに重大な意味があるかもしれない
That might have serious implications if we look at the quantum critical behavior driven by Hun's rule.
あるわ。ねえ。
Yeah, no.
ないか
Not Hun's rule?
ないね。
No.
そうか
Okay. The three of us wait and stare at the spinning bananas. After 120 seconds pass, the microwave chimes. Mayuri takes the bananas out.
ゲルバナの出来上がり。
Oh, she calls them gale bananas. Gale bananas already! Or gale bananas. The bananas have become not bananas. Gelatinous blobs coated with a thin membrane. After Mayuri discovered that the phone wave named subject to change had a freezing function, we attempted to freeze a bunch of bananas. This is what happened. It just gets more confusing each time.
だるよ
Daru,
このバナナ
you wouldn't mind
食
eating
べ
one
て
of
み
these,
よう
would
とは
you?
思わないか思わな
Of
かっ
course
た
you wouldn't. It's for
我らの理念達
science.
成の犠牲とな
Your
り
sacrifice will forever be remembered.
すげえまずそうじゃん。
They look really nasty.
味は関係ない食べることに意
The
味があるの
taste
だ
doesn't matter. What matters is that you eat it. So come on, Daru. No need to be shy. Break a leg or stomach and go for it.
いらね。
No way.
ではまゆり
Fine. Mayuri, the honor shall be yours.
なんかね、ゲルバ
But
ナは
galvanas are all gloopy, droopy, soft, and squishy. Wait, she already tried one?
味もしないし。
It had no flavor. It wasn't tasty at all.
デロデロでブニュブニ
Gloopy, droopy, soft, and squishy.
どう
Daru, what do you think?
ブニュブニュバナナか。
Soft and squishy bananas? Soft and squishy banana.
マユシ、あなたのバナナ、ブニュブニュだねって言ってみて。
His nose is blue. His nose is bleeding. Mayushi, say your banana's so soft and squishy for me.
ダルくん、ダルくん。鼻血出てる。
Daru-kun, your nose is bleeding.
いいから言ってみてください。お願いします。
Please just say it.
あなたのバナナ、ブニュブ。
Your banana's so soft.
言わせるな手の額
Don't make her say that, you perv. Daru retreats after I hit him with a tissue box. Mayuri looks at us with an innocent smile. She doesn't get it, obviously. Anyway,
ゲル状になったということは
they're gelatinous, a semi-solid state of matter.
分子
In other
同士
words,
の
there's a
結びつきが弱くなってい
possibility
る
that
可能
the
性がある
intermolecular bonds were weakened. What could have partially liquefied the bananas?
そうかわかったぞ
I've got it! I turn to the whiteboard and write freezing in the middle. Then I cross it out and slap the board with my hand.
俺たちは冷凍機能だと思い込
What
んで
we
いたが
thought
実は
was
違
a
ったの
freezing
だよ
function is actually something else. A bold statement, if I do say so myself. So, why isn't anyone surprised?
さあお前たちなんだって
Now's the time to
叫んだ
shout.
り
What,
ここは叫ぶ
what'd
とこ
you
ろだ
say? Come on, don't be shy. Their reactions are pathetically weak. Mayuri probably didn't even understand half of what I said.
冷凍機能じゃないのは分かってるっつうの。
We already knew that. Oh,
問題は
The problem is, we don't know what it is doing
ってことじゃん
or why it's doing it.
冷凍の逆なら
If it's the opposite of freezing, then couldn't it be thawing them?
実に愚鈍な意見だな。
What
マユ
a
リ
silly question,
それでは普通の電子レン
Mayuri.
ジと同じでは
What
ない
you're
か。
describing is just a normal microwave.
じゃあどういうこと？
Then what is it?
それがわかんないから悩んでるんだお
We don't know, and that's the problem. He's right. To be honest, I haven't a clue. In any case, there's nothing we can do about it now. It's time for Daru and I to head to Daibiru. There's going to be a seminar at ATF, and we have to be there. It's part of our studies at Tokyo Denki University. Summer credits, basically. We have to attend the seminar and write a report. Come to think of it, what's today's seminar about again? I looked it up before the summer holiday began. I should have written it down, I'm sorry.
ご覧ください。秋葉原駅前のビルに謎の巨大物体が墜落しています。
My booty cheeks hurt. Seat isn't comfy at all. Behind me is the large, unidentified object that crashed into a building near Akihabara Station.
現在、警察による規制が敷かれ、
The building is under police barricade. No one is allowed to
見る
approach,
限りでは墜落した
but
物
from a
体は
distance,
人
the
工衛星
object
のように
appears to
見え
be
ます。
some kind of satellite. As we cross the overpass that connects UPX and Daibiru, I looked down to see a huge crowd of people moving through the plaza. There are even some garishly dressed young men and women, the sort you don't usually see around Akiba. Everyone is walking towards the main street, which is still cordoned off.
ダルはラジカンに見物に行かないのか？
You know, I'm really sad about dropping my Upa. It's worse than last year when I missed buying Fatty Gerald Froggy. That's the one from last year, right? I thought you weren't interested. I feel your pain. That thing is worth a fortune. Our precious research funds. Oh, okay. That's an interesting feature. Do you think I could still also reply to... Nope, never mind. Oh. Oh. Surely this is like a thing, right? Like, someone look into it. What is this? Phone, I don't know. Lukaku? Okay, anyways. Daru, aren't you going to check out Radikan? How do I put the phone away? How do I how to put phone away in Steins. What? How do I... Oh! Okay, it was backspace. Daru, aren't you gonna check out Radicon? Dude, his build is crazy. No point, can't get close. I've been following the news online though. There's already 100 threads about it on @channel. It's huge, man. Oh, so that's why he was staring at his phone earlier. We enter Daibiru and take the elevator to the 5th floor ATF Assembly Hall. Man, feel that AC. I'm alive! Unlike the lab, Daibiru has air conditioning, yet another reason why for our diligent participation in the seminar. About the phone wave, name subject to change, I might have found our answer. You know, that name subject to change thing is really annoying. I won't give in that easily. Even if no other lab members use name subject to change, I will carry on until the day we decide its true name. Now's not the time. So, what's your latest ridiculous theory? What do you mean ridiculous? My genius brain considers every possibility, even those a lesser mind would say break the laws of nature. Don't you dare call that ridiculous. So basically, you're just pulling stuff out of your ass. You can't call that science. Daru, I have a hunch that the phone wave, name subject to change, may be the key to opening Steins Gate. How's that? Steins... What? You lost me back at ridiculous, man. A chime signals our arrival on the 5th floor. The elevator doors open slowly. As we step out of the elevator, I bump into someone. I quickly grab the person's shoulder to keep them from falling. I'm sorry. It's a girl, and I recognize her. You. Impossible. Chills run down my spine. I stare at her face in disbelief. I saw this girl just 3 hours ago. Makise Kurisu. Is there something wrong? Kurisu frowns and tries to back away, but I don't let go of her shoulder. My grip tightens. Ow! You should be dead. Why are you here? And you're even... There isn't a single bloodstain on her clothes, and they're the same ones she was wearing when I found her. Only a serious wound could have produced that much blood. Yet, as far as I can tell, she's completely uninjured. Not a scratch. Hey, that hurts! Let me go. Kurisu pushes me away. Then she shoots me a wary glare. I realize that I'm gaping in disbelief. What's wrong with you? You're okay? But that's impossible. Someone stabbed you. I saw you lying in a pool of blood. That again? Daru interrupts. Wait, there's something strange about what he just said. What do you mean, again? I mean, you sent me that email like a week ago, right? I sent you an email? Don't be ridiculous. I saw her dead body just 3 hours ago.
ちょっと勝手
Hey,
に殺さないで
could
くれ
you
ますか
not talk about me like
私ピンピンして
that?
ますんで
I'm perfectly fine.
そういえばあのメール
You know,
変な感じだ
the
ったな
message was kind of weird.
送信日時が1週間
It
後に
was
なって
dated a week after I got it.
つまり未来から
Means
来たっ
it-
つうか
Came from the future?
未来から来た
Came from the future?
ネットで妙な考察サイトでも
Sounds
見た
like
のか
something you'd read on the internet,
お前がと
Daru.
んでも理論を言い出
It's
すのは
rare for you to
珍しい
talk about ridiculous theories.
違うがな確かに
No,
メール
the
の日
the
付
date
は1週
was
間後の
definitely a week later.
28
It came from the 28th?
28日だから今日じ
Wait,
ゃん
that's today. Daru pulls out his phone and shows it to me. So he received it 21st, but it was sent 28th. He's right. The email was sent from my phone. Yeah. He received it on the July 21st at 12:56, but it was sent on July 28th at 12:54. There's also a 2-minute difference. It was split into 3 emails. Someone stabbed, bed, Makise desu don't. Why did I send such a short message in 3 parts? And it looks like the 3rd email got cut off. I do recognize the content though.
これは
This is the
3時間前に
the email I sent you 3 hours ago. But I sent 1 email, not 3, and there should be more text. Did Daru really get this a week ago? This is so freaking cool. Oh, this is so interesting. Suddenly, Kurisu is standing next to me, peering intently at the screen of Daru's phone. Oh, right. The email's not important. Well, maybe it is, but not now. The real question is, why is she still alive? Is she an illusion? No, an evil spirit? Am I haunted? I don't believe in such unscientific drivel. I am a mad scientist. I timidly reach out to Kurisu's face. My fingertips stroke her hair. Feels silky. Quite the cuticles.
ある実体が
Substance. She has substance.
やはり幽霊だ
Of
と見るの
course
は
she's
考
not a
えす
ghost.
ぎ
How
か
silly of me.
オカリンまずくね
I don't think that's a good idea. I poke Kurisu's cheeks with my fingers. Such softness. Dead bodies don't feel like this. Not that I've ever touched one.
おい
Hey. Wait a minute. I already touched when I bumped into her when I came out of the elevator. I even grabbed her shoulders before being pushed away. And I still doubted that she had substance. That's just proof of how confused I am. If she's alive, then what did I see back at Radicon? What was that scream I heard? Were they hallucinations? Just like the mass disappearance? I have a theory that the scream he heard was actually him. He heard his own scream. Yup. I'm putting it out there right now. That's my theory. That's right, she was stabbed. Maybe she's just hiding her wounds. This requires further investigations. Hold on, pause. 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 I grab the hem of her blouse and slowly lift it.
己は警察に突き出されたいのか
Are you trying to get yourself arrested?
俺は真実を知りたいだけだ
Just wanna know the truth. I stare straight back at Kurisu as she trembles with anger and lift her blouse a little higher.
何が真実よこの変態
What truth, you perv? You stupid? You wanna die? She pushes my hand away.
ルイスちゃんの名台詞来たこれ
Luis Chan's famous line for the win. What is it? What is it again? Tips F4. The main hero of the anime, the family returns soon there. Her voice. What's ATF? Akihabara Techno Forum. Skyscraper. The rule governing the placement of atoms, electrons, orbitals. Daru shouts something silly, but I ignore him and press Kurisu.
俺は確かに見たのだ。
I know what I saw.
まさかあんた今私の下着を
No way. Did you just see my... Kurisu's face turns bright red. She firmly pulls her blouse down.
この手の目が。そう
No,
では
you
ない。
fool. Not that. Earlier this afternoon, after Dr. Nakabachi's presentation, someone killed Makise Kurisu and left her in a pool of blood. I carefully explained everything that I saw.
ドクター中バッチ
Wait, Dr. Nakabachi?
オカリン何言ってるん？中鉢の発表会なら中止になったじゃん。
What are you talking about, Okarun? Okarin. Dr. Nakabachi's presentation was cancelled. He's in an alternative timeline. This is so interesting. Oh my gosh, this is so interesting. But that would freak me out so much. Cancelled?
そう。人工衛星の墜
Yeah,
落で
because of the satellite crash. Something's wrong. Our stories aren't matching. It's the same thing that happened right after I saw the mass disappearance. Mayuri's story didn't match mine. I need to know. Am I caught in some sinister plot? Is this another organization conspiracy?
ねえちょっとあなた
Excuse me,
我が名は
my name
王院京馬だ。
what he said?
違うよ。全然違う
Really,
よ。
man? You're hopeless.
ほーいんさん今の話
Okay,
詳しく教えてほしいです
Hoin-san. I'd like to hear your story in more detail. Looks like she finally understands I'm not lying. But I still don't understand why my memories don't match with everyone else's. I doubt that I can give her a good explanation. Just then, an older man steps out of the assembly hall.
マキセさん、そろそろ時間ですし、始めましょう。
Makise-san, it's almost time. Huh? Oh, right. Thank you. Kurisu glances at me one more time, then sighs and heads towards the small conference room.
オカリン、とりあえず僕らも行こうぜ。
We should go too.
行くとはどういう意味だ。
Go where?
講義を聞きに来たんだ
To
ろ。
hear the lecture, duh. Ah, that. Daru follows after Kurisu. Did she come to attend the lecture too? Strange. Why would the girl genius Makise Kurisu need to attend a lecture like this? I think she's gonna like teach or something. Okay, my guess was a bit off. The girl genius didn't come to attend the lecture.
今日は
Oh, freaking
私
it.
のような若輩者の話を聞きに来て
I'd like to
くださっ
thank
た
everyone for coming to hear me speak today.
講義をする方だったのか。
She's the one giving the lecture. Japan's famous girl genius Makise Kurisu, who had her thesis published at the tender age of 17. According to Daru, she turned 18 a few days ago. I first heard about her when Daru pointed her out on the Gossip magazine article. That's when he told me that she was going to be a guest at ATF. I'd forgotten all about it.
こういうのは初めてなので緊張してますが
It's my first time giving a lecture like this, so please forgive me if I'm a little nervous. The audience is pretty mixed. It's mostly students like us, but There were also a couple of professors, and Kurusu just gave me a sharp look. What did I do? You lifted her blouse! What? You grabbed her shoulder, you poked her face, you touched her hair! When I return her stare, she quickly averts her eyes. Also, you claim that she died, so yeah, she would stare at you. I don't care if she's a genius or whatever, I still don't like her. She may have these people fooled with her timid girl act, but I learned at Radicon how cunning and aggressive she really is. Literally, she did not even do anything. She was just like, can I talk to you for a minute? And that was it. This guy is so whack. Even if her murder was some kind of hallucination, my judgment of her character is still correct. For today's lecture, I've been asked to speak on the subject of time travel. Okay, topical. It's not really my area of expertise, but I will try my best. Time travel? Let me start by saying that time travel is an absurd concept. Objection! Every member of the audience, not just Kurisu, is startled by my interruption. Perhaps I'm being slightly rude here, but I'm not one to just sit and listen to some genius girls drivel. It's presumptuous for you to claim that time travel is absurd. Oh, Green, you magnificent fool. Sitting at my side, Daru throws me a small salute. ATF staff are approaching, probably to kick me out. Perhaps I got too carried away. It literally just started. Oh my gosh, this guy sucks. Okay, it's fine. I guess it'll be easier to talk in a discussion format. Thanks to her proposal, the event staff refrained from escorting me out. She sounds a little pissed, but let's not mind that. But before that, please listen to my thoughts on the subject. Scientists have proposed many theoretical models of time travel, but there are 11 in particular that bear mentioning. What are the major theories of time travel? I've heard about the cosmic string theory, at least. Neutron star theory, black hole theory, light speed theory, tachyon theory, wormhole theory, exotic matter theory, cosmic string theory, quantum gravity theory, cesium laser theory, elementary particle ring and laser therapy, Dirac anti-particle theory. Not bad. Perhaps Makise Kurisu is a worthy rival after all. However, all of these models are purely theoretical. Some of them even contradict each other. Well, what if someone comes up with a 12th model? Right. Well, it could be contradicted by the 13th model, no couldn't it? Damn, she twisted my question and used it against me. Touché, genius girl. Suddenly, I feel eyes on me. Some puffed up professors are giving me hard looks from across the room. Yeah, obviously. Of course. Maybe I got too carried away. Oh, maybe? I don't want to risk losing my credits. I should back off for now. By the way, time travel to the future is available to us right now, according to Einstein's special theory of relativity. For example, let's say someone were to go to Haneda Airport and board a plane headed to Okinawa. Upon arrival, that person would be about 100 millionth of a second farther into the future than I am. What does that mean?
移動する速さが高速に近づけば近づくほど時間は
According to the special theory of relativity,
それが相対
time
性
moves slower for objects as they approach the speed of light.
極論を言えば
For
光と同じほどの
example,
速さで走
if
る
you
こと
could
で
run at near the speed of light, you can reach a point where time only moves half as fast for you.
24時間その速度で走り続ければ
If you were to keep running at that speed for 24 hours, 48 hours would elapse in the rest of the world,
おーい
meaning you would jump one day into the future. Understand? Hoin Kyoma? I think I'm just gonna skip that and start saying Kyoma instead. Ga! Why are you singling me out? Probably because after like one sentence she offers, you shout objection. I'm doing my best to hold back, but it looks like Makise Kurisu wants me to pick a fight. I wish that she hadn't said my name, said that name in front of so many people. Excuse me. It's too great of a risk to let others know my true name.
それはへりくつではないかな。
But that's not really time travel, is it? Now, Professor calmly makes an objection. True, Makisa Kurisu's example isn't strictly time travel per se, but I never expected an older man, a professor at that, to refute an 18-year-old girl. Maybe he's just testing the genius girl's
そうで
resilience.
すね
Yes, you're right. The genius girl readily concedes the point. If she were a normal 18-year-old, it would be impossible for her to be this calm in front of all these people. A normal 18-year-old would panic when refuted by such a distinguished-looking professor. And yet Makise Kurisu is giving off an aura of gutsiness that says, I can take this guy on.
では過去には行けるのかな。
And what about going to the past?
過去にだって今すぐ行けますよ
Going to the past
夜に
is
なったら望
possible
遠
right
鏡で空
now.
を覗いてみてください
Take a look at the sky at
何
night.
万年も前の光を見る
You
こ
can
と
see
が
light
で
from
きるでしょ
tens of thousands of years ago, can't you?
それもへりくつですよ
That's not time travel either. This time, it's a nearby student who objects.
まあ今までの
Well,
前置き
I was just getting started. Was it just me, or did Kurisu look a little nervous just now?
例えば実際に皆さんが体ごと過去や未来へ行くことができるようなタイムマシンを作るにはまず何が必要か考えてみましょう
Okay. Okay. Let's say we wanted to make a machine that could physically transport people through time. What would we need?
代表的なところだと宇宙
The best
紐
candidates for this are
と
cosmic strings and wormholes.
宇宙紐というのは超巨大な質量を持つ紐みたいな形の
A cosmic string is a string-shaped crevice with extreme mass. String-shaped crevice? That must be how they enter our universe. But do cosmic strings really exist?
ひびの幅は素粒子と同じぐらいで
The crevice is about as wide as an elementary particle and about as long as the diameter of the galaxy.
これは巨大な質量であるがゆえに時空を歪める性質を持っているんです
It has an
そ
immense
の歪んだ
mass,
時空を
so it distorts space-time. If you were to travel through that distortion, you could make a full circle around the string in less than 360 degrees.
要するにワープみたいなことができる
In
という
short, you can do something resembling a warp. This is called a space-time angular deficit.
角度欠損しているところを通過すると
When you pass through an area of angular deficit,
通過時間
transit time becomes zero.
これを応用して宇宙紐が
Now,
高速に
we
近い
apply
速さで
this
運動し
to a cosmic string moving at near light speed.
相対性理論により宇
According to the special theory of relativity, a time will flow slower for the cosmic string in relation to its surrounding. Therefore, passing through that area of angular deficit would cause the transit time to become a negative instead of 0. In other words, you will arrive in the past after transit. If you use 2 cosmic strings, you can do a space deficit jump. If you loop back to your original location, you can return to the same time you started revolving. And that, roughly speaking, is time travel by means of cosmic strings. By the way, just so nobody misunderstands, cosmic strings are not the same as super strings. Now then, you need 3 things in order to travel to the past with cosmic strings. First, the cosmic strings themselves. 2 strings to be exact. By the way, they're hypothesized to exist only where the universe was first formed, so they might be a little hard to find. Second, you would need the energy required to make them move. Make them move them at a near light speed. Sorry, the text kind of moves a little slow. How much energy do you think you'd need to accelerate something as long as the Milky Way to near the speed of light? I'm pretty sure it's a little more than 1.21 gigawatts. This earns a few chuckles from the audience. Third, you need a spaceship capable of reaching these cosmic strings and returning. With the time traveler alive, of course. What do you think, Ho-in-san? Care to take on the challenge of cosmic string time travel? Like that's even possible. And why the hell is she addressing me? Again? Maybe it's because you objected after like 2 sentences from her lecture that like she just started and you just... Whatever. I wasn't even the one who jeered this time. Looks like Ho-in-san doesn't want to take the challenge. In that case, let's consider wormholes. They may be a little more realistic than cosmic strings. By the way, Ho-in-san, do you know what wormholes are? No, don't ask me. I'm trying to hold back here. Since I've been challenged, though, I can't leave the question unanswered. It's like a shortcut through space, right? Yes, that's correct. I got it right. I sigh inwardly in relief. There are 2 wormholes joined by a tunnel. No matter how far away the wormholes are, transit time through the tunnel is 0. But oh no, there's a problem. The wormhole tunnel suffers from supergravity and collapses as soon as it opens. So we need something to negate the effect of gravity. So-called exotic matter, a substance with negative mass, which repulses other matter. Negative mass, huh? So it's something that floats if you leave it on the ground. Maybe not. I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like. This guy. Kurisu raises her right fist. Say that the wormhole tunnel is being squished by an invisible fist. In order to pass through, you need something that can oppose my fist's grasping force, so that I can't squish anymore. Kurisu opens up her fist. This is actually so fascinating. If you stabilize the tunnel with exotic matter injection, instantaneous travel between wormholes becomes possible. To travel through time, however, takes a little more effort. For example, let's say there's a wormhole entrance here in Akihabara, and the exit is Los Angeles. I love the voice actor, by the way. I didn't mention that. She has a nice voice. First, we send the wormhole in LA all the way to the end of the universe at near the speed of light. And once it's there, we yank it back to LA. How? Well, isn't her argument in the beginning that she doesn't believe any of these things, that they're just theories? According to the special theory of relativity, time slows down for objects moving at the speed of light, meaning the hole that returned to LA would be further in the past than the Akihabara hole. So now, if Hoin-san jumped into the wormhole, he'd arrive in LA several years before he left. However, this still can't be called true time travel. It only seems that way. This is called the Urashima effect. The important part is to return to Akihabara from LA through the wormhole once more. Since the transit time is 0, Hoin-san will return to Akihabara several years in the past. Time travel complete. The prerequisites for wormhole travel are simpler than the ones for cosmic stream travel. First, the wormhole itself. They may exist somewhere in the universe, but nobody has ever seen one. Second, the energy required to move a wormhole to the end of the universe and back at near light speed. Third, exotic matter, which, by the way, has not been confirmed to exist. So, implementation of either one would require a ridiculous amount of effort. Now do you see what I meant when I said that time travel is an absurd concept? Time travel theories are all just thought experiments. Not one of them can create a viable time machine. That is my answer. Isn't there anything simpler? Like something you can pull out of a drawer and just use or something? I'm afraid not. A firm declaration? This is the limit of modern physics. I can't say how it might change in 10 years though. Besides, even if someone did overcome the logistical requirements, there may be other factors that prevent time travel from working. And that's because fundamental problems concerning the principle of causality have not yet been solved. You mean time paradoxes? A conservation of mass. The mass of the entire universe is constant. If a time machine traveled from the future to the past, there would suddenly be an extra mass of the time machine and its pilot in the past. I remember reading a book, not a terribly reputable book, but still, that such a violation of mass conservation would put the universe in danger. It didn't say what kind of danger, though. If you think that the conservation of mass applies to macro systems like the universe or microsystems like atoms or elementary particles, you are mistaken. What? Is that true? Heh. She's laughing at my reaction. That little... How mortifying. Conservation of mass only applies to chemical reactions. It doesn't hold in modern physics at all. Something can come from nothing. Well, that's pretty amazing. Then what is the problem? The time paradox of time paradoxes. In other words, the grandfather paradox. Oh, that thing where you kill your own ancestors before you were born. As long as this paradox goes unsolved, time travel can never be realized. Never. What if you just don't kill them?
そんな単純な問題じゃありません。
You can't think of it like a sci-fi movie. It's not about your family tree.
あなたが
There are far greater dangers than that. Really? It doesn't seem that dangerous.
矛盾が生じることは
Any paradox, no matter how small, would cause the total collapse of causality, relativity, and every other physical law in
パラドック
existence.
スは理論上の
Paradoxes
思考実験に
are nothing more than thought
現実に
experiments.
起きることはないし
They cannot occur in
起きてはいけ
reality,
ないことなんです
and they should not.
だからたとえ
Nothing that has even a 0.0000001% chance of causing a paradox can happen. The universe won't allow it. Wouldn't you say this is a logical conclusion?
多世界解釈や自己無矛
There may be loopholes, like parallel worlds, or the self-consistency principle, but those seem too much like fantasy for me to accept. I grind my teeth. When I see Makise Kurisu looking at me with her composed expression, I avert my eyes. Looks like I have no choice but to concede. Makise Kurisu truly is a genius. I ended up listening to all of Kurisu's lecture at ATF. After the 2 time travel theories she introduced at the beginning, she explained the rest with equal eloquence. She seemed a little nervous at first, but that quickly changed as she spoke. By the end, it was an impressive lecture. So impressive that you wouldn't think it was an 18-year-old's first time. She did well to respond to my malicious questions with sarcasm. She's got guts. Wait, why am I praising her? Leaving that aside, I saw Makise Kurisu dead. And yet she is alive. My memories don't mesh with reality. And not just about Kurisu. My conversations with Daru and Mayuri didn't make sense either. Everything would be solved if I just told myself that what I saw was a dream, an illusion, never happened. But never say never. This leaves me with no choice. After parting ways with Daru at ATF, I headed to Yanabayashi's shrine. I need to get exercise. I seriously doubt that the Makise Kurisu at ATF was a ghost. Regardless, it's natural to seek an exorcism after such an experience. I'm Japanese. It's in our blood. Yanabayashi Shrine is located on the other side of Kanda River. To find it, enter the first side road after crossing Mansei Saibashi Bridge. It's a very small shrine that doesn't fit with the surrounding multi-tenant buildings. Kanda Myojin is the more famous shrine in Akiba, but I deliberately chose this one. The shrine is so small you can easily miss it if you weren't looking. Regardless, I can hear the chirping of cicadas from the few trees growing here. It's Okarin! Doo-doo-doo. There are 2 girls standing in front of the main building. One of them is Mayuri. The other is a docile-looking beauty in traditional Miko attire. Urushibara Ruka. A stunning example of feminine charm and grace. Lips delicate like cherry blossoms in bloom. The essence of Japanese beauty. The chief priest's son. That's right, son. Lovely in every way, but he's a guy. Why is that weird? Interesting. Good afternoon, Okabe-san. It kind of reminds me of one of that first arc in Naruto. He bows his head. The voice of a girl, the mannerisms of a girl. More feminine than any girl I know. But he's a guy. Okay. What's your point? Taller than Mayuri, yet oh so slender. But he's a guy. What are you saying? Looks stunning in Miko robes, but he's a guy. Holding a bamboo broom, apparently in the middle of cleaning, but he's a guy. It's almost evening, yet still hot as hell outside. But he's a guy. I think this protagonist likes him, but he doesn't want to admit he's gay? Am I crazy? Why is he so obsessed? Damn, Cicadas won't shut up. But he's a guy! So weird. Lukaku, that blade I gave you, what happened to it? He's a friend of mine. I call him Lukaku. We met when I rescued him from some aggressive photographers in Akiba's pedestrian heaven. It also so happens that Lukaku and Mayuri are classmates. I learned that fact after I had gotten to know him. Lukaku is taken aback by my sharp question. He starts fidgeting with a flushed face and tears in his eyes. You mean Demon Sword Samidare? Correct. I bought it for you, so you can learn how to control your power. Oh yeah, you bought it at Blade Works, right? I think you said it cost $9.80. Don't say another word anymore and they will come to silence you. Also, I just realized I can skip the scrolling of the text. Like every visual novel out there. I don't know why I didn't try it sooner. They're going to silence me. Thank you for worrying about me, Okarin. But who are they? I ignore Mayuri's question. So, Lukaku, are you making sure to practice with Samidare like I told you? Yes, I do practice swings once a day. He is really pretty. The eyes is gorgeous. As long as you carry it and master the Seishin Zanma's school of swordsmanship, you can prevent the dark flame inside you from consuming your soul. Demon Sword Samidare may be an imitation sword, but that is only the form it takes to hide from the world. When one worthy to wield it appears, it unleashes its true power. And it was on sale for only 980 yen, tax included. Thank you, Okabe-san. It was a wonderful present. My name isn't Okabe. It's Okarin! I'm sorry, Kyoma-san. As long as you understand. Now speak the words. Kangaroo? No, not kangaroo. Kangaroos. Yes. Kangaroo. Did I get it right? Lukaku smiles happily as I nod. Thank you. Such a lovely smile. Oh my gosh, this protagonist is actually low-key pissing me off. But he's a guy. Such a beautiful master-disciple relationship. Mayushi's not a fujoshi, but she's getting a little excited. Mayuri-chan, please don't imagine such things. What is that? A term for a female otaku with a particular interest in yaoi, or works of fiction that depict homosexual relationships between men. Please do not apply to. Oh, it does not apply to female otaku in general. Jeez. Though we do have a master-disciple relationship. I, Kyoma, have gone through great lengths to brainwash, teach Lukaku about the evil conspiracies that rule the world and how to resist them. That stuff about Demon Sword Samidare is part of that training. Looks aside, Lukaku is a very obedient, hardworking plus. He's always eager to learn new things. A master couldn't ask for a better disciple. He does have a weakness of not catching on too quickly and being too shy. So, what are you doing here, Mayuri? I came to see Luka-kun. Komima is coming up next month, and I want him to cosplay as Kirari-chan for Rainet. You won't say yes. But cosplaying, that's just too embarrassing for me. But I'm sure you'll look great in it. The phrase, someone's this cute can be a girl, is really popular, you know. Come on, make your cosplay debut. Mayuri's hobby is making costumes. She's made at least 30 so far, but it's rare for her to wear one herself. 30. Instead, she seems to get her kicks from seeing other people wear them. And it looks like she's chosen Lukaku for her next target. Naturally, the costume Mayuri is currently raving about is for a female character. Normally, I would understand why a man wouldn't want to dress like a girl, but come on! Lukaku has no problem wearing Miko robes. Why should cosplay be any different? But whatever, I have business to take care of. Save the trivial stuff for later. But it's really important to Mayushi. And it's trivial to me. He's so mean. Anyways, Lukaku, there's a good reason for my being here today. I need you to perform an exorcism. An exorcism? Then I'll go get my dad. Please. No, it's nothing that serious. I just need some peace of mind. That's why I came here instead of Konda's shrine. So, with that said, bring out the usual. The usual? You mean Samidare? No, who the hell uses a demon sword for an exorcism? The usual for an exorcism should be obvious. I don't know what it's called, but it's that stick with the zigzaggy paper thingies that the priest does shaky thingy with. That sounded really dumb, Okarin. Quite a shock to hear that from Mayuri. Oh, the onusa. But I don't know if my father will lend it to me. I'll go ask him. Lukaku makes a quick bow, then runs off towards his house, which is on the shrine grounds. Meanwhile, Mayuri takes her pocket watch out of her bag to check the time. It's a very old watch, not the sort you'd expect a high school girl to carry. Its name is Pockety. Obviously, that's the name Mayuri gave it, not its brand name or anything. Ever since elementary school, Mayuri has carried Pockety with her everywhere. It's her most important treasure. Well, time for me to go to work. Do your best. You going straight home afterwards? Yep. Mayuri lives in Ikebukuro. She comes to Akiba by train just about every day. Should be obvious since we were childhood friends and all, but I live in Ikebukuro too. Though I've been staying at the lab since summer break began. See you tomorrow! I call Mayuri to stop before she trots off. Wait, Mayuri, back at Radikan, you heard a man scream, right? Scream? Mayuri blinks several times and puts her finger to her temple as if in thought. Then she gives her usual smile. When was that again? This afternoon. I don't think I heard anything. Oh, well, alright. Okarin's a weirdo. Bye-bye. Mayuri leaves, this time for good, though she pauses to wave at least a half a dozen times before disappearing beyond the archway. Thanks for waiting, Okabe-san. Lukaku returns shortly after Mayuri leaves. His hands is the white zigzaggy thing I asked for. Dad let me borrow it. Thank goodness. Did Mayuri-chan leave? Don't worry about my Yuri. Begin the exorcism at once, Lukaku.
はい。
Okay, but do you really want me to do it?
何に対する
What exactly am I exercising anyway? Lukaku is flustered. Is he really up to this? I'm beginning to doubt. I should have known better. The instant doubt touches my heart, a terrible chill shoots up my spine. It's the evil spirit in my arm. I grab my violently shaking wrist. Be still, foul spirit. Hurry, Lukaku. It's trying to take over. No way. Please hang in there, Okabe-san. I'm not Okabe-san.
すいません、京馬さん。
I'm sorry, Kyoma-san. But what should I... The exorcism. Hurry, just do it. Like I taught you. Okay. With a serious look on his face, Lukaku grasped the Onusa with both hands as if it were a sword. His stance is impressive. I've taught him well. His face is red and he can barely talk. He looks like he wants to say something, but is hesitating. Panicking because he feels awkward. Amateur. Did I hate this protagonist? Please, Luka, expel this spirit from a... I don't want to kill you. Lukaku starts crying. Oh, looks like he's really worried. Reason tells me he's a guy, but his lovely appearance makes me feel guilty, like I made a frail girl cry. But despite the tears swelling up in his eyes, it looks like Lukaku's managed to work up his resolve. Hear me, evil spirit! He raises the Onusa up high, shaking it left and right. Please leave from Kyoma-san. That's great. Now strike my arm with those zigzags. The tip of the Onusa touches my upper arm. In an anime, this would be cue for a dramatic shockwave to occur, but nothing like that happens. The only sound is the chirping of cicadas. Did it work? I take a deep breath. The trembling in my arm has stopped. I'm okay. Looks like you drove away the evil spirit. Good job, Lukaku. Lukaku sighs in relief and blushes.
お役に立てて
I'm glad I was able to help. His shy smile really does make him look like a girl. After I get back to the lab, I take the broken TV down to the Bronze Tube workshop for repairs. Daru and Mayuri have already gone home, so I have to carry the TV down the narrow staircase myself. It's brutal, back-breaking work, but I manage. I push the workshop door open with my hips and head inside. The room is dimly lit by the setting sun, but the gloom is offset by the glare from the gigantic CRT in the middle of the room. A 42-inch CRT television. It doesn't seem like anything you could get in modern Japan. With LCD TVs becoming the new standard, I seriously doubt anyone would want a bulky old CRT.
おうどうした岡部
Yo, what's up, Okabe? Damn, this guy's built too! Sitting in front of the huge CRT is an equally huge man reading a sports newspaper. Brown is the workshop's manager. Actually, the owner of this whole building. Tenouchi Yugo. I call him Mr. Braun. He kind of looks like Braun from League of Legends. It's a fitting name for someone who loves brawn tubes. What's up? That TV you gave me broke. That's what. I bet you were treating it rough, weren't you? I barely managed to set the heavy TV on the counter. Love? You gotta treat him with love. Upa is super popular, you know? Even more popular than the hero Kakeru-kun. They're so cute, I want to collect them all. It's like how you used to collect black fingerless gloves, remember? Oh, no more about the gloves. Attachments. That's so cute. That's so stinking cute. Okay, I want to do this. Indeed, but you must never speak of that to anyone else. It was necessary to seal the abomination living dormant in this right arm of mine. Send! Okay.
Big boy.
Muscle-bound bald guy talking about love. Sends shivers down my spine. Need repairs post-haste. Man, why do you always talk like that? Mr. Braun begins investigating the cause of the problem. With nothing better to do, I look around the store. I don't know if it's just the dust hanging in the air, but something feels stagnant about this place. There are CRT screens everywhere. The haphazard layout makes them seem like junk, but they're all functional according to Mr. Braun. He's got a full range of both old and new. Some of them are probably older than me. There are even some flat screen and HD CRTs that came out just before LCDs took the market. You're open late today. Don't you usually close around 7? The crowds in Akiba thin quickly at night. All the major electronics stores close around 8 or 9 o'clock. And then, as if the liveliness of the day was simply a lie, the town goes silent. I'm expecting someone. You mean that chipmunk of yours? Don't be calling my little girl a chipmunk, you hear? The manager glares at me and takes a photo from his wallet. It is a picture of a young girl shyly making a peace sign at the camera. One might assume this muscle-bound man to be some kind of pervert, but the girl is actually his daughter. Why would you assume that? That's weird. She's about 12 years old now, I think. His love for her is second only to his love for CRTs. Or was it the other way around? I see her in the store every now and again. What was her name again? If you touch Nei, you're dead. That's it, Nei, a rare name that means to braid. She pops up to the store now and again, so we've interacted with her before. And by we, I mean Mayuri, since she's the only one that Nei gets along with. Nei always hides when she sees me or Daru. I must admit, I'm impressed she can sense my aura of madness at such an early age. Mr. Braun makes a grandiose kissing gesture at his daughter's photo. Once again, shivers down my spine. But seriously, besides your daughter, has this workshop ever had a customer? I've been renting the second floor for about 6 months, but I don't recall ever seeing a customer. I would be surprised if this place was actually making any money. Ain't a customer. He puts away the photo and goes back to checking the TV, leaving me with that vague answer. They're probably just a loose solder on the board. I can fix it. Really? Well, then by all means. Hold on, and I'll get you an estimate. What? You're charging me? What do you think? This ain't some charity?
このテレビはあなたからもらっ
You're
た
the
もの
one
だぞ
who gave us the TV.
だからなんだよ。
Yeah, so
アフ
what?
ターサービスま
Never
で
said
タ
I'd
ダでや
service
ってや
it
る
for
とは言ってねえ
free.
ぜ。
Curse you. You have some gall to say that after foisting a half-broken piece of junk onto us.
うるせえな。
Oh, shut
や
up.
ってもいいんだぞ。
I don't want it. I can take it back. I'll have to charge you for its safe disposal.
横暴だぞ
Extortion! You dare cheat the man who very well may change the future of mankind? Who's that now?
俺のことに決まっているでしょ
Me, of course. Who else?
歯磨いて寝ろよ。
Brush your teeth and go to
2階
sleep,
をただ同
kid.
然で貸してやって
You've got some nerve to be back talking when I'm letting you rent the second floor for next to nothing. You shall have your money, Mr. Braun. In the end, I'm no match for him. Just then, I hear the door open. I look up to see a girl has entered the store. She's wearing a vintage jacket and tight shorts that highlight her long limbs and athletic figure. I find myself particularly impressed by her well-defined thighs. What's up? Suddenly, time stops. It feels like someone activated the world. Is this a reference? The power to stop time, one of the supernatural abilities called Strands that appear in Juju's Bizarre Adventure. Okay. The girl is standing there with her arm in the air. Her smile gradually fades into confusion. What kind of reaction was she hoping for? Seriously. Anyway, is she the person Mr. Braun was expecting? Maybe she's someone he knows personally. Another daughter? Or dare I say, his girlfriend? She finally drops her pose and clears her throat. I called earlier. I'm Amane. And just like that, time starts to move again. Oh, so you're the kid for the job interview. I'm Tanoji, the manager.
バイトの面接だと
A job interview? This young woman?
この新規臭くておしゃれ
You
感
want to
のある
work at the
感じの
dull, dirty, depressing, debt-ridden Bron Tube workshop with this filthy old manager?
おめえ、来月から2階の家賃1000
You want an extra 1,000 yen added to your rent?
俺は事実を言ったまでですよ
My words are but truth. And I suppose it's not my place to get involved.
しかしブラウン管工房がバイトを
Anyway,
募集していて
I had no idea that the Bron Tube workshop was hiring. You always looked so free? I didn't know you needed the help. Actually, I'm the one who begged for the job. The girl looked a little embarrassed. The boss refused at first, but I wouldn't take no for an answer. That's honestly surprising.
今時珍しい若者がいたもんだよ
Kids with drive are rare these days. Take a seat right there, young lady, woman. Oh, thank you. Looks like they're going to have a formal interview. I was going to leave, but since Mr. Braun hasn't kicked me out, I'll stick around a bit longer. The girl's expression is stiff. I guess she's nervous, just because of a part-time job interview. In contrast to how she said she wouldn't take no for an answer, she doesn't seem so enthusiastic. Right. What was your name again? Amane Suzuha.
年は
Age? 18. Same as me.
学生
Student? No. She shakes her head.
なんでうちで働きたいんだ
Why do you want to work here? Because I love CRTs.
採用明日から
Hired! You start tomorrow.
ちょそれでいいの
Ooh, wait,
これは
what?
コントか
Is this some sort of joke? Are we on camera? Thanks, boss. Finally, Amane Suzuha seems to relax. Then she looks at me. Who are you?
俺の
You dare ask my
いや
name?
やめて
Banish your thought
それを知る
from your head, girl. To learn it would place your life in
最悪の振り
jeopardy.
これまでも多くの人が
Countless women have learned my name only to find themselves targets of the organization. Sarah in America, Claudia in Italy, Simone in France. I won't put anyone else in danger.
誰かを
おい
Hey, stop pulling things out of your ass. He just doesn't understand my pain.
このバカ男は
This idiot rents the second floor. Name is Okabe Rintaro.
岡部ではない
My name is not Okabe. It's Hoin.
うるせえ
Quit it, or I'll raise your rent.
岡部リンダ
I'm Okabe Rintaro. The girl stands up, places her hands on my shoulder, and looks at me with a serious expression.
君を狙ってるその
I
機関っての
don't
は
know anything about this organization that's after you.
もし困ってんなら
But
私に
if
相
you're
談
ever in
して
trouble, Okabe Rintaro,
そういうの
just
ない
let me know. I can help with stuff like that.
は
Stuff like what?
場合によっては手段
If
を
necessary,
試つべき
I can
な
hurt
こと
them
も
so bad they'll never bother you again.
ミスター・ブラウン彼女は採用しない方がいいと思う
Mr. Braun. I don't think you should hire her.
ああ物騒だな
Yeah, she might be a wild one. I'll fire her if she causes any trouble. Anyway, ignore that organization nonsense. It's all in Okabe's
本気
head.
にすんな
創作
It is?
せいぜいそう思ってるがい
You
いさ
just keep thinking that. But someday, the world would kneel before me. And then, Amane Suzuha stares straight at me again. Maybe she has a habit of looking at people in the eye.
そういうのが流行
So
ってるから
that's the current
勉強にな
trend.
ったよ
Thanks for the tip. Trend? I don't think so.
That's it
So hot. This chapter is really long. Are you really okay with yesterday's exorcism? I feel like more traditional ceremony would have been better. I'm worried something might happen to you because my exorcism wasn't strong enough. It bothers me so much I can't sleep at night. P.S. Because of that, I couldn't do more than 3 practice swings with Samidare. Don't worry. Thanks to your exorcism, my right arm has been quiet for a while. Still, there's no telling what could set it off if I'm forced to do battle again. Let's pray that the organization's assassins don't find me. Okay. Well, let's see. How long is chapter 1 in Steins? Is it Stein or Stains? Because I keep calling it Steins. Well, it says 3 hours. It's been 3 hours. So maybe I'm close to the end for chapter 1. So I guess I'll just keep pushing on until we're finally at the end.
I'm fucking bouncing on it. I see you gotta come inside.
Okay. So hot.
We got one. We got one. We got two. 2 bitches.
I was at the university all morning. As I return to Akaba, the heat is now becoming unbearable. I grab an iced coffee at the bakery inside Yorobashi to quench my thirst. While I'm at it, I guess I'll check @channel on my phone. Ooh, change weapon.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oopa! Confirm. Just phone ringtone. Okay, what about this? I like that one. I like that one. No, well, what does it sound like?
I'm
No.
here too, bitch.
Nope. Nope. Let's do this one. Mel. Yeah, that's fine. I like Village. I mostly frequent the occult board, the future technology board, and sometimes the physics board. I search for threads on the mass disappearance phenomenon or Makise Kurisu's stabbing, but nothing turns up. So, were those hallucinations after all? When I peek at the occult board, I find posts and multiple threads from someone claiming to be John Titor. Wait! John Titor is back! John Titor appeared on an American BBS 10 years ago claiming to be a time traveler. He claimed to have traveled from the year 2036 in order to obtain an old computer, the IBM 5100. His claim started quite a storm among the BBS denizens. Titor also made several accurate, if fragmentary, predictions of future events. The start of the Iraq War, the spread of disease, for example. To prove he was from the future, he explained the principles behind his time machine and provided pictures of its operation manual. But after about 4 months, he disappeared without ever revealing his identity. At one point, his predictions gained popularity even in Japan. Yes, he certainly did get some things right. But on the other hand, he missed several others. Some of his posts contradicted each other too. That's why, to this day, most people doubt his authenticity as a time traveler. So after 10 years of silence, that same John Titor is now on a Japanese BBS? Ridiculous. It's obviously a troll. First of all, John Titor is American, yet now he's posting on @channel in Japanese? Let's take a look at his posts. I don't expect you to believe that I came from the year 2036. I see that everyone would like to know more about my time machine. Time travel technology was developed by CERN. They completed the first time machine in 2034. Time traveler lol, John Titor lol. More details on the time machine. I don't know why I said that in an accent. Do they sell time machines? How much do they cost? I've got about 100 million yen saved. Can you send me one? CERN has a monopoly on time machines. Not even the most powerful nations on Earth can acquire one, to say nothing of private citizens. CERN used their time machine for power. By 2036, the world has become a dystopia. There is no war, no conflict. However, that is a false peace founded on the complete eradication of liberty. What does LOL mean? Why did you come to this time? Was the Akiba satellite crash your doing? Wait, guys, Titor-san doesn't understand @channel lingo. Let's keep it simple, okay? If you know what I mean. 343, get a trip, goat asshole. I came here to change my present. In other words, your future. My mission is to destroy CERN's dystopia and restore freedom to the world. This is a wonderful time you're living in. Everyone is free, but you will lose it all in 20 short years. It is vitally important that you understand what the future has in store. What is a trip code? I might get one if you tell me what it is. You said only CERN has time machines. You have a time machine. You must mean you're working for CERN. Therefore, your goal can't be to destroy CERN's dystopia. You're a fraud. What's a dystopia? How can CERN take over the world in just 20 years? Look at the Middle East. You've been reading too much manga if you think you can get those guys to stop killing each other. Who asked you to change the future? You trying to play God? If they're promising world peace, then I, for one, welcome our new CERN overlords. Oh, this is so long. My time machine is a prototype reverse engineered from stolen CERN technology. Compared to their time machine, its capabilities are quite limited. In 2036, the world is ruled by a single all-powerful governing body. They control every aspect of our lives, deciding what we will eat, where we will live, and whom we will marry. There's no privacy and no choice. Anybody who dares to oppose them is eliminated. There are no trials. In movies and stuff, small changes to the past cause huge changes to the future. You've already changed the present by coming here. What happens if you make unexpected changes to the future? Implying CERN rules the world. Do you even know what CERN is? Lol. OP is a troll. So if we find his dad and kill him, then this time traveler Mao will never be born and we won't have to listen to this bullshit. Am I right? I want to know if you can meet your past self. Can you have self-test? Ah! You're talking about the so-called grandfather paradox that has been debunked. This world line has a divergence of 0.571024% compared to the world line I come from. Killing my father would alter divergence, creating a world line where my father is dead. However, it would not erase this world line. I would go on existing. CERN is a particle physics research institution that hasn't changed in 2036. It is possible to meet your past self. The prevailing theory in my time is that nothing would happen. I, however, haven't met my past self. If you're really a time traveler, then fucking prove it. Post time machine pics or GTFO. The many worlds interpretation? Whoa, slow down, bro. Research institution taking over the world. Lol, what? I do not feel like I need to prove that I am what I say I am. I am only posting these messages on a whim. My mission comes first. What are world lines? Can you meet yourself from another world line? What happens if you do? Late reply. A trip code is a way to identify posters. Put a password after your name. Low backpedaling. World lines are like an infinite number of rivers flowing in parallel. Along the way, they're constantly branching out into new world lines. This is called divergence. For example, whether or not you post on this message board has practically no effect on this world line's divergence. But if you were murdered, let's say, then divergence would change. However, it would only change by about 0.000002%, if that. A single human being's death is not terribly significant on a global scale. Wars, disasters, acts of terrorism, and other events that cause widespread death and destruction have a greater effect on divergence. Thanks for telling me about trip codes. I'll make sure to use this one from now on. I'm starting to get tired, so let's pick up again tomorrow. It's been fun talking to everybody. Looks like they've already made an archive of these threads. Of course. There have been sites dedicated to John Titor for years now. This post closely resembles what the original Titor wrote 10 years ago. I've read one of the books on Titor. That's how I know. This new John Titor is clearly an imposter. There are many Titor fanatics on that channel. He's not exactly a household name in Japan, but I doubt anyone would fall for this level of trolling. As I continue to read, however, I find the responses opposite of what I expected. Everyone is accepting this time traveler as if this were his first appearance. Nobody has even mentioned his appearance 10 years ago. Interesting. Finding this strange, I try posting a retort, but everyone ignores me. What the hell? You can figure this out if you do a little research, people. There's the original John Titor thread archived in English and plenty of Titor blogs in Japanese. I enter John Titor's name into the search engine. 12 matches. Wait. only 12? Moreover, all 12 are about the current Titer postings on @channel. I can't find a single trace of Titer from 10 years ago. Bizarre. This can't be. I searched for information on Titer a few years ago. Back then, I got tens of thousands of hits. Is this search engine filtered? I try searching on another site just to make sure, but it gives the same result. What is this madness? It feels like I've stumbled upon another plane of reality. Probably what happened. Could this be another organization conspiracy? These past 2 days, I've been surrounded by nothing but chaos and confusion. I'll call Daru. He'll know about Titer for sure. After all, I've talked to him about Titer before. Do I have to... Yeah?
俺だ。状況は
It's me. Report. Ocarine, you can drop the act when you're on the phone at least.
ジョン・タイターについて
Are you aware that John Titer has returned? I have no idea what you're talking about.
そもそもお前今どこにいるんだ
Where are you anyway? You coming to the lab? I'm at May Queen at plus Nyan Square.
待って
Again? It's a maid cafe in Akiba. Daru's a regular there. Apparently 3D cat maids are his thing too.
あいにくの話がある
I have a sensitive matter to discuss. Actually, it's not sensitive at all.
俺が行くまで
Don't move until I get there. Huh? You're coming? Fine, but... Okay, I think I will have to stop there. This chapter is definitely longer than I expected it to be. Well, I guess we also had the opening, which took a while. How do I save? F7. Wait, what? No. No. How do I save? Back. Cancel. Wait, I don't want a quick load. I think that's where the... Oh, I'm lost. Anyways, I'll figure it out. That'll be it. I really enjoy it so far. I think I'm gonna keep playing this for sure. But I'm probably not gonna be streaming as much as this past week. It's gonna be a little hectic, and also, yeah, it's gonna be a little hectic this upcoming week. So, expect a little less streams. But I'll try to stream every now and then. I want to continue this game for sure. It was really fun. I felt really immersed, and also like the actual plot is really cool. I love the characters, everything. Okay, that'll be it. Thank you guys for watching.